live finally. Did I
Let's
fix it?
see.
Did I do what I had to
Mm,
do? It looks like we're
Not on
probably
my
good.
end, no.
It looks like we're probably good. Give it a couple seconds. It looks like we are live finally. Sorry if you hear the frustration in my voice.
Yes, we are live now.
Thumbnail's
Yes,
good. The title's right, not Cowboys versus Eagles. I think we're good.
yes, we are good.
Took us a minute, and we missed a pretty huge play too. Obviously, Puka Nacua with that jet sweep for a touchdown. We kind of knew this was going to happen versus this Tennessee Titans team, though, right? Obviously, like I think this we're better. The Rams are better than this Tennessee Titans team. They got to prove it, and they're so far doing that.
Yes, they are. They are. This Rams team has been a lot better than the Titans as of late. And obviously now, with the Titans team already down 7-0, you don't want Cam Ward to start pressing everything, starting to feel extremely rushed or anything
I
like
mean, I
that.
mean, I want him to be like that, but Titans
Yes,
fans probably don't.
yes, but
If you're the
yes, Titans
Titans.
fans don't want to see that. Most NFL fans, I mean, I think Cam Ward's going to be an amazing quarterback one day. Not there just yet. And they do have this 2nd and 5 here. Cam Ward looking to run it. He's going to run it to Pollard, and that is nice run defense there by the Rams. Byron Young again in on the stop. Byron Young already with a sack earlier today as well. So getting off to another hot start for this Rams team. As we have a game break coming up on screen, Jags Bengals. Trevor Lawrence gets the touchdown pass there, so the Jaguars take the lead in Cincinnati for that little game break here on watching on CBS right now. 3rd and 5. What do you think they're going to do here, Josh?
3rd and 5. I wouldn't be surprised you throw it over to the tight end Chig. We talked about it earlier. I like him as a talent.
Yes, but Cam Ward decides to gets around 3, so not going to get there. 4th and 3 from around the 33 yard, from the 30, actually from the 40, from the 42
It's
there for
actually interesting.
Cam
He
Ward.
he decided to go run there last week. 0 yards on the ground for him. So if he's starting to become a little bit more mobile, good for him. I think he can move a little bit. So I was surprised to see him have 0 yards on the ground last week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Titans going to punt here with Johnny Hecker, former Rams punter. Johnny Hecker at that, as a fair catch called there by Xavier Smith at around the 10-yard line. But the main storyline coming into today's game is that Steve Avila, starting guard with that ankle injury, not in the lineup. Justin Dedich getting the start here today. But they do have Kevin Dotson and Rob Havenstein in the lineup. And Rubio in the chat says O-line is looking good today. Yes, they are. O-line is starting off looking pretty strong on that first drive, really giving Kyren some run lanes and obviously creating the lane for that Puka Nacua jet sweep touchdown there. So definitely a good start for them. But during this commercial break, let's go over some key matchups here that will matter for this game. And the one I have mainly is the Rams O-line versus Jeffrey Simmons, the star Titans defensive end. Josh, what do you think about that matchup?
Yeah, no, I think it's very intriguing, right? That's definitely one of the concerns for the Rams when you're talking about the interior of the offensive line being a little bit banged up. You want to see how this offensive line holds up. So far, so good. You're able to run the football with Puka Nacua. Yeah, he had to get creative with it, but that's what you want to see the Rams do anyways, right? We always talk about Sean McVay and his uh, mastery of the offense and how he can kind of get creative on offense. Sometimes, when we can't move the football, you're wondering, hey, where's this Sean McVay magic gonna pop out? And already early in this game, you see him with a creative way to get Puka the ball, get him in the end zone for a 45-yard touchdown. I think it was earlier. So, I think you getting creative like that against a defensive line like this, especially a player like Jeffrey Simmons, is definitely key for the Rams. Got to see how Bo Limmer holds up, see how this offensive line holds up in general. So far, so good though.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree. It is so far so good. O-line looking good so far. We got to see if that continues. But another storyline here from this game is what can the Rams do to confuse Cam Ward? Because we saw last week the Titans coming off of a 20-12 loss against the Broncos. Again, Broncos probably the best defense in the NFL. So that certainly isn't easy for rookie Cam Ward to come into. But what do you think the Rams and Chris Shula can do to make life more difficult for him in week 2 as well?
Keep the pressure on him. Obviously, you have a pass rush that is one of the best, if not the best, in the league with how many ways you can attack a quarterback, attack an offense. They have to keep doing it, keep showing that they are one of the best defenses themselves, right? You talk about the Denver Broncos. Everyone keeps saying the Denver Broncos are one of the best defenses that's cut Cam Ward some slack. But ultimately, the Rams are also one of the best defenses in the NFL so far, right? Only allowing 9 points in their last game. If they can continue that, and this week, I think people are going to start to talk about this defense being one of the best in the league as well. So prove it. Prove you are one of the best. Continue to bother this quarterback. Get to the quarterback. Don't let him get comfortable. He's a rookie. Keep him uncomfortable. Keep him on his heels for sure. Rubio in the chat saying D's looking dominant early. Yeah, I think that's what they have to continue to do. This is a inferior team in the Tennessee Titans. You got to show that you are the superior team.
Yes, and they cannot look ahead to the Eagles just yet here. 2nd and 9, Kyren picks up 1 on the first down run as Stafford looking to pass here, empty backfield. Stafford from his own 11, over the middle to Devontae. He's going to get around 7 there. It's going to be a 3rd and a long 2 for Devontae. Good to see Devontae getting involved early as well after last week having a tough first half.
100%. I think over time, especially after seeing that back shoulder throw, I'm not really concerned about this duo at all. Give them some time. They're going to gel. They are going to Matthew Stafford's going to learn to start going to Devontae Adams early and often in games.
Yeah, I definitely see that coming. 3rd and 3, not going to give him 3rd and 2. 3rd and a short 3 here for the Rams.
What do you think's happening here?
Stafford looking to pass again. Going to go up to Puka for the first down. Rams around a 10-yard gain there. 1st and 10 now coming up now for this Rams team. And Puka always reliable there on 3rd down yet again.
Yeah, you want to see him keep getting everyone involved. You love to see Puka on 3rd down, get open, find the open space. I mean, Matthew Stafford looks like he's just kind of real comfortable in the pocket right now, reading this defense. They're not really getting to him much yet.
No, and that's a good thing for this Rams team. I mean, he's Justin Dedich doing his job there, replacing or filling in for Steve Avila this week at left guard. Rams first down from their own 27. Handoff is to Williams, runs right, picks up around 4 there, and has a little run for Kyren on first down. And some players to watch here for the Titans. Obviously, Jeffrey Simmons, number 98, obviously one of the best D linemen in the league. You got Sebastian Joseph Day. Rams fans, you might remember him, number 69, for this Tennessee Titans defense as well, former Ram as well. He's a pretty solid run defender as well. I remember when the Rams lost him to the Chargers a few weeks ago. But not a few weeks ago, a few years ago, but he was a really, really solid player for the Rams. And Craig in chat said, I know he isn't a Ram anymore, but imagine if we still had Cooper Kupp with Nacua and Adams. Oh, yeah. That would probably be the best 1-2-3 in the league. As Kyren takes the handoff on 2nd and 6, picks up around 2, going to be 3rd and 4 here for this Rams team. The Rams really leaning on the run early on in this game so far here in the first quarter.
Good, and that's what they should be doing. And it's interesting, last week you saw Kyren Williams not have the most yards per attempt in the league, so you're starting to get concerned about the run game, want to see them mix in other running backs. But run the football. Trust Kyren Williams. Run the football. Take some time off the clock. Keep the football in the Rams' offense's hands. I like it.
3rd and 3 now here for the Rams. Stafford gets hit as he throws, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds. The Titans D line getting to him there. Stafford gets up okay, though.
One interesting note about how well Bo Limmer played last week. He did play really well, but he had one of the best run snap win rate, I guess you could say. But not necessarily the best in the pass blocking game. So definitely not blaming him for pressure on Matthew Stafford there, but something to look out for sure in the passing game, passing offense. Can they protect Matthew Stafford?
That's going to be very important. By the way, that was Jeffrey Simmons who got the hit on Matthew Stafford there early on here in this first quarter. So the Titans going to get the ball here for the 3rd time, going to be 1st and 10 from their own around 15-yard line there.
Yeah, it looked like a little stunt there. Rob Havenstein got off balance a little bit. Obviously, one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Jeffrey Simmons able to get his hand on Matthew Stafford, but not too hard of a hit. He looks like he'll be okay.
Which is a good sign here for this Rams team early on here. Now, getting into some more Titans players to watch on offense. Obviously, Cam Ward, Tony Pollard, Van Jefferson as well, former Ram on the Super Bowl team, wearing number 11 here for this Titans team as well. A lot of former Rams on the Titans. Funny enough, when our research for the stream here today.
Yeah, no, it definitely is very interesting to see that, but it just goes to show how good the Rams are at drafting, picking up some guys throughout their roster. They're pretty good at finding some nice talent all throughout. Looking at my fantasy team here, how's your fantasy team doing? Not too bad, not too good for me. I don't know, kind of slow so far.
All right, let's see where I am. So to update you, chat, Thursday I had Jordan Love, so I had a nice little Thursday. He was decent for me. My opponent had Jaden Daniels, so I was losing by 7 coming into today. I'm down by 4 currently. Jahmyr Gibbs not doing much for me again. Not a great pickup. I mean, JSN in my flex is doing okay. Garrett Wilson doesn't have any catches yet. Although my opponent, I'm in a 2-quarterback league, just so everyone knows, 2 starting quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
My opponent's also got Joe Burrow, who's not doing much, and Stafford is my other quarterback.
There you go.
Wise has not been great, so it'd be nice if Jahmyr Gibbs and Stafford and Garrett Wilson can get me some points. I mean, by bench, not doing much either. So I'm down 4. I'm in it though. I'm in it though. It's pretty much a 50-50 according to ESPN Fantasy. My chances to win. So it should be a close one for me. I'm 1-0. Had a 2-point win last week, so it was a close one.
I'm hoping it's solidly appropriate. What's your team name for this league? We got to know.
My team name, I didn't change it from last year. I forgot.
Okay.
Last year, my team name was a Not Like Us in honor of the amazing Kendrick Lamar song. Obviously, both of us being from California. I mean, Kendrick won the beef regardless of where you're from. But
Sure.
But we have Team Not Like Us. So no, my team names are all appropriate for that reason. So if I say them on stream, we can say them.
Rubio earlier said horns up. Jason Jackson, he's in the chat. He says, hello, Rams fans. Not 10 p.m. for you, Jason. What time is it out there in Scotland? You got to let us know. What is it, more like a 7, 8, a little more appropriate time to be watching some football rather than a 10 p.m. like last time?
You can have some nice dinner with the game, too. If you're having dinner, let us know what you're having right now. Right now, it's 10 a.m. for us. We probably both had a quick breakfast before the stream.
I did not. I'm going to be very hungry after this, but also I'm in pajama pants under here, so definitely still comfortable.
Oh, you didn't even have I had a little bit. I needed something. I needed a little something. I just had some very quick, a little bit of cereal and a banana. Normally for Sunday breakfast, Rubio, I would have more, but obviously for being a little rushed this morning, for good reason. Yeah. We love putting out this content for you guys, but it's fun to make sure I had a little food.
Rubio, we were late, and I definitely did not have time for breakfast. With technical difficulties, how late we were, I didn't have time for breakfast. But it's fine. I'll eat a little something after this. As I saw Cam Ward watching a highlight there of him rolling out to his left, Calvin Ridley wide open across the field. Don't want to see that. Kind of just getting lost on defense there. Don't want to see that too often today.
No, you don't. Especially with Cam Ward's running ability. Again, I was a huge Cam Ward guy when he was at Washington State and Miami. I really think he's going to be great. As I said earlier, but he can really hurt you with his legs, and that's something that a lot of people don't really talk about. I feel like he's been like one of the most under-talked about number 1 overall picks, and for whatever reason there.
I think it's really, to be honest, a little bit of a factor of the quarterback class wasn't great this year, right? We're expecting Cam Ward to eventually be good, but I don't know. I don't know if he was necessarily a number 1 overall pick talent. Generally speaking, in other drafts, you compare it. I don't know, but at the same time, he is a good quarterback. I love his leadership for sure out of Tennessee.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And Jason in chat answered our question. He said, smoked salmon, eggs Benedict with hash browns. That sounds very good.
Yeah. Hash browns for dinner. Think about that.
I mean, I feel like you can have hash browns any time of day, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if maybe he's answering Rubio, though. Maybe here he's saying... Because it sounds like eggs, Benedict, that's got to be breakfast, right? So Jason Jackson, he's probably responding to Rubio as question about breakfast for sure. As I see on my screen, touchdown Bears, 7-7 for the Lions. Bears game.
Yeah, that should be a good one as well. I mean, during halftime, what we're gonna do, at least what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna put my screen I'm watching on over to Red Zone so we can keep you updated on some other games going on too. I hope we get the Octo Box during halftime. That's what I'm hoping for.
How was the ads in week one? I know people were getting upset about the ads.
It was interesting. Rubio said McDonald's sausage McMuffin. Hey, you can't go
Oh,
wrong with that either.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous there. I definitely want some McDonald's breakfast right now. It's usually what I do. It's usually my go-to, like Sunday breakfast, real quick. Get a little sausage egg McMuffin, a little iced coffee, watching some games.
Yeah, don't blame me there. It's the Titans there take a timeout as Cam Ward almost let the play clock run out here. 7-0 Titans right now. Trying to get you the box score of this game, but ESPN not really wanting to show that to me. For whatever reason. We're going to try on the phone, I guess, because the Gamecast is being a bit weird. So we're going to try the app here. Let's get that up. Yeah, even the app's not doing it either. Yeah, I think there's a problem because ESPN Fantasy, someone in my fantasy chat is saying their points are not updating. So I do think there might be a bit of an ESPN problem right now. Is anyone else in chat having this?
Honestly, man, in ESPN, I've never liked ESPN. When it comes to the fantasy, I've always loved Yahoo. I feel like there's always issues like that with ESPN, but I'm not trying to be biased here. Hidon will be singing at the half. I'll be singing at the half. Why am I going to be
Oh,
singing
I
at
want
the
to
half?
see this.
Why am I
I'm
going to be
down.
singing at the half?
What song are you singing? If you are going to be singing.
Not in the mood to be singing right now, but a typical, like, I'm trying to think where the vibe would be today. I don't know. I have to think about that. Agent Zero
See,
is on a mission, my
I feel
guys.
like karaoke. Karaoke for me, I feel like I gotta go to just like a 2000s banger.
Yeah. I think that's
Like
a
the
fun part of it. You're with a group of friends or something, and like everyone's singing with you. Sometimes though, when I
yeah.
like to go sing, I like to go sing my favorites. You know, like if I do karaoke, I do my personal favorites. Not everybody loves to sing along with, but
Okay. Okay.
4th and 1
Jason
here.
said Jason said seriously, Agent Zero was on a mission, guys. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he is. Yeah, Agent Zero. Yeah, everyone was talking about Jared Verse this offseason and for good reason. But Agent Zero is definitely quite underrated.
Yeah, and like I said, I asked earlier. I don't know if you know off the top of your head, but did he not lead the Rams in sacks last year?
I don't know if he did for sure. I know he had more than Verse. It might have been. I think it was. I think Byron Young and Kobe Turner might have tied. I know it wasn't as. I know Jared Verse was third. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
do know.
Jared verse 4.5. I mean, um, not too much there, but I know Byron Young was playing pretty well last year as well. But anyways, he is on a mission this year. It seems like he's playing really well so far. And the first 7-0 Rams looking pretty good. Are they gonna? Is Tennessee gonna go for it actually when they come back in the second quarter here?
We'll see about that.
About middle of the midfield. 1 yard to go for Tennessee. They decide to take it into the second quarter, so we'll see what happens when they come back.
Yes.
Byron Young last year. Let's pull this up real quick.
All right.
And the only reason why I say that is because I saw the video of the mic'd up behind the scenes, kind of seeing the players mic'd up, and I think it was Kobe Turner kind of slapping him on the pads, calling him the sack leader. So I don't know if he was a sack leader last year. Looks like no. Kobe Turner, I think had more than 7.5 sacks, right? But 7.5 sacks last year for Byron Young.
Yeah, definitely interesting there as well. Jason says V8 needs to get a little more control of the chaos. Yeah, I definitely understand and see that as well. So we'll see just how exactly that does match up here today.
Speaking on that though, are you concerned at all about Jared? I mean, he had an incredible year
No.
last year for me with 4.5 sacks. I mean, I know you want to see him get more sacks, but I mean, as long as he's disrupting the offense of the opposing team, as long as he's giving them issues, I think that's kind of my main thing. Oh, you're right. ESPN might be having an issue because it's saying page error when I'm looking up Kobe Turner stats. So
Yeah, I
ESPN.
can. 'Cause I've even tried to do the box score on my phone, and I wasn't working on my app either. So I think it is an ESPN issue. So Hopefully that does work soon so we can get some game stats. I will try NFL.com for box scores, see if that works. See if I can get scores that way. But looks like they are going for it here on 4th and 1. Let's see what they're gonna do from midfield.
Cam Ward is a
Ward
big quarterback.
takes the handoff, pressure, Landman chasing, and he's gonna be able to beat him out for the first down. Good awareness there by Cam Ward. Picks up a huge first down there for this Tennessee Titans team.
I feel like a lot of times young quarterbacks, that play action is something they just kind of like a little bit better than sitting back in the pocket. I think that's where Cam Ward, he's going to start to get a little comfortable if you keep letting him roll out left, roll out right. We talked about that with even CJ Stroud last week, right? You're able to let him roll out to his right, roll out to his left. He all of a sudden is going to have some open grass, some more time to look down the field. That's what you don't want to see here. Cam Ward going to start getting a little more confident here.
That is true. And good news, NFL is working for box scores. So NFL.com, I do now have the box score. Has a little fake here, end around for this Titans team. Only picks up around 4, though. Nice play to confuse the offense there. Confuse the defense, I should say. And Cam Ward, by the way, is 4 for 4 to start the game with only 44 yards. But it is good to see, if you are a Titans fan, about Cam Ward looking better.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the kid, like I said, but don't want him to pop off in this game. Don't want him to get too comfortable in this game. That's definitely not what I'm hoping for.
No, you do not. 2nd and 6 for the Titans. Furthest they've gotten on the field on the 43 here. Moore looking to throw. Gets the pass off for a first down there.
Again, you're starting to let this offense get confident, get comfortable. You got to keep this quarterback in the pocket. You got to keep the pressure on him. Right now, the Rams letting him throw all over and looked like a NFL starting quarterback, right? Not a rookie. He's looking comfortable. He's looking confident. The Rams have to just disrupt him sooner rather than later before he starts showing why he was the number 1 overall pick.
That's true. That's true. You can't let Cam Ward stay in the game because he is a guy who can make games close, can win some games here. 1st and 10 from the 35. Ward back to throw again, and he's going to go down again. Kobe Turner with his first sack of the year.
That's what you want to see more of. Pressure up the middle. Kobe Turner needs to be a big key in that. We know Puka Nacua, the big body, is in there to stop the run. Kobe Turner needs to continue to disrupt the quarterback from the middle like he does so well. Does it there. You'd love to see it from Kobe Turner.
Yes, we do. 2nd and 16. The conductor, Rubio says in the chat. Yes, the conductor doing it all. Does he have any new music coming out soon? I haven't seen much on that just yet. If he does, let me know.
The conductor looking like an absolute freight train on that. I mean, he just could not be blocked. Poor offensive lineman. He's just too strong. Too big and too strong on that one. He really just power rushed there for the sack.
Yes, he did. Pollard picks up a few on the 2nd down run. Spates with the stop. Going to be 3rd and 12. Titans are most likely in field goal range here. So if there's a sack. However, Caleb Witherspoon is now on the sideline with the athletic trainer. So we'll see what this injury is about and if he can come back into the game here.
Rams claim to have 4 starting corners. You want to see if you could trust the depth here. Caleb Witherspoon, if he's going to deal with an injury, you want to see what the guys can do to step up in his place. Yes,
Ward. Pass to Pollard, who drops it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So this is going to be around a 50-ish yard field goal here for the Titans. Let's see if they make this and cut into the lead.
Looking at Caleb Witherspoon again, just showing a replay of him walking across. Look like he was letting his left arm dangle a little bit. Might have been more of like a shoulder injury, kind of a stinger situation. Hopefully that's all it is. We'll wait and see on that update.
Yes, we will. And now for the kick, we got Joey Sly, a longtime NFL kicker. Went 4 for 4 last week. 55-yard attempt. Not an easy kick. Long one. Kick is up. And it is pretty much right down the middle. No doubter there. 7-3 now. The Rams lead. Good hold by the defense.
Yeah.
Good hold.
It was getting a little scary there. I think maybe questionable, if I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, questionable offensive play calls back-to-back there. Just kind of being too cute with the kind of screen passes, throwing behind the line of scrimmage. Trust your quarterback. He was kind of dealing a little bit, right? Get some play action involved if you're Tennessee. But overall, good to see the Rams slow the offense down, not let them score and keep it rolling. Because for a second there, it looked like Cam Moore was getting comfortable, starting to move this offense down the field a little bit. Jason Jackson says we will push for 50-plus sacks this year as a unit. I could see that happening. Again, this defense just got so many guys who can get to the quarterback. I would love to see them over 50 sacks. That'd be pretty impressive. Rubio says, hope Witherspoon isn't hurt too bad. He looked okay. Like I said, maybe like a stinger situation. Might have hit someone in the shoulder in a little bit of pain. He should be all right. He kicked for us for a spell, old Sly. Yeah, I mean, Sly's been a kicker for quite a few teams in the NFL. I always find that interesting, too. When a guy like Joey Sly, like he's in the NFL for so long, so much success, and then teams move on from him constantly. It's kind of interesting.
It is weird. It is weird. And that's kind of the way of the kicking game, though. I feel like the kicking game it's quite interesting. It's not like other positions where you need guys to stay 24/7 or all their careers. Kickers can kind of go anywhere because there's a lot of good enough kickers.
I truly wish that I was a kicker in my lifetime. I wish I just practiced kicking every day from when I was like 5 years old through high school. I mean, being a kicker, making $1 million a year, it might be an ideal.
I think you get more than $1 million.
How good you are, depending. You know what's funny, though? I just watched the Georgia-Tennessee game. I just happened to be catching it. It was on TV somewhere. And incredible game if you watch college football at all this weekend. That game was crazy. And the kicker for Tennessee, man, wide right kick. I don't think it was that far either. Loses the game, essentially, for Tennessee. They go to overtime and lose to Georgia. But that was it. That was a game-winning kick right there. So that's where, I guess, if you are a kicker, you're like, this job is not that easy. It's a lot of pressure on his shoulders there to beat Georgia, literally relying on his leg, and yet he couldn't get it done. So maybe kicking isn't too easy. But.
No. Kicking, it's not easy. I mean, I say there's a lot of good enough kickers in the sense at the NFL level. I'm not saying overall. What's the longest field goal you think you've ever made, like, for fun?
I don't even know if I've ever. I don't even know if I've ever got it through the uprights. Like, I never really was like hanging out on football fields growing up. Like, I would, if anything, what we would do is be like, okay, between the trees or something is a goal. I never was actually on a football field kicking field goals. I recently was at SoFi, I told you, for my fantasy football draft, and I told you last week as well. I guess I'm bringing it up because you're gonna make me show you the video. But in never releasing the tapes of me kicking that field goal because it was about a 20 yarder maybe, and I think it went wide left, didn't even get off the ground. I would have hit an offensive lineman in the back of the head. That's how low my kick was.
Oh, well, I have a deal for you.
Okay.
If the Rams win the Super Bowl, you have to release the video.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna give me something now. So they're gonna say the Rams win the Super Bowl. We have a kicking competition or something, you and I, and we post a video of that.
Maybe that too. Well, that would give us both time to practice.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm hoping for. That way, instead of showing that ugly footage, I can get at least some better footage out there of me kicking a field goal. That'd be interesting to see for sure.
I think the longest I've ever made is like 23. I want to say.
Okay. I like when people
just got a big catch there on first down around a 30-yard gain. Already gets into Titans territory.
Reminder for everyone in the chat, I am behind a good 30 seconds here, so watching on Paramount Plus, unfortunately. We'll get this figured out eventually, but Joshua Feiner should be live with the reactions a little quicker than me, for sure.
Yeah, big catch and run there for Devontae, already having a much better start this week than he did last week.
Love the play action, finding him over the middle. He's a veteran, finding the open space, knows what to do, stops even after the catch, kind of reads the defense before taking off for even more yardage after the catch. I mean, just overall, this is why you bring in a guy like Davante Adams.
Stafford back to throw, pressured, going deep again. Overthrown just a little bit to Davante yet again. Good coverage there by the Titans secondary.
How do you overthrow Davante Adams, Stafford? You literally can't. Just throw it in the vicinity and he'll bring it down.
Oh, Jarius Snead was maybe holding. That was a close one. Yeah, in case you forgot, the Chiefs did trade Jarius Snead to the Titans in the 2024 off season.
Titans have a couple good defenders. This is not an easy defense to be playing against, as I see a little bit of an overthrow. I think Davante could have caught that. I think he could have caught that.
Yeah, when Snead holding there, it was close.
Seeing over the shoulder here, I just think it was right through his hands. It was right through his hands if you go watch that replay. Now, I'm not blaming. That's not a drop if you ask me. It's a tough catch to make from Adams, but I think he could have brought that in.
I think I had a chance to in the Rams. McVay frankly calls timeout there as the play clock almost runs out. 2nd and 10. Rams up 7-3. This is definitely a close game here for right now, midway through the second quarter. 10-22 to go. I think if you're the Rams, you want to have a double-digit point lead here at halftime. Because this Titans team, it's not, you're not playing one of the best teams in the league. The Titans are still in a rebuild. And you don't want to have this be a close game because you do have to go into Philly next week. That could be one of the games of the year. That was one of the games I had circled, regardless of team, heading into this year. So you want to head into that game 2-0, and hopefully maybe even rest the starters a little bit in this one.
Yeah, I would rather see them dominate this game, especially on offense. Again, we know we have some good defenders on the Titans' defense. Overall, they're always a pretty physical defense, but I do want to see the Rams' offense kind of explode a little bit more this week.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to see another 14 total game.
No, you don't want to see that against this defense. This defense is better than a lot of you might think, but it's not the Texans defense, it's not the Eagles defense that they've already seen. And we'll see. Stafford avoids the pressure, quick throw to Nacua. I believe he'll be just short of the marker there. It's going to be 3rd and around a half yard. Nice sidearm angle, too, there. As he gets hit yet again there at the end of that play. Can't see who made the hit there. I believe that was Jeffrey Simmons again, though. So the offensive line's starting to let Simmons get in the backfield a little bit too much.
A lot of pressure there on Stafford, even the last play as well. And so overall, you want to see his offensive line keep holding up. But, I mean, hey, like I said, there's some good defenders on this defensive line. Stafford got to keep getting the ball out quick for his own protection.
He does, and he was pressured again on this play, but he finds Tyler Higbee on a quick little floater a little bit there. Higbee just runs off the block there, gets about a 15-yard gain, and the Rams in the red zone yet for the first time today, because the first touchdown was a 45-yard run.
I like that previous play-action pass, Stafford just over the defender's outstretched arms. I mean, he's just so good at that.
He's good at every pass. Rubio said the big Hig in chat. Yes, he is back this game. First down. Stafford rolls out. Passes it again to Higbee. A lot more involved in the game plan. Going to get around 7 there on first down. And it's good to see Higbee and the tight ends involved early. That was something we both talked about in our videos throughout the week.
Yeah, and I think overall, Kobe Parkinson dealing with a shoulder injury. You want to see Tyler Higbee stepping up. He's doing that so far, so good. Looking pretty good out there. Are we going to see the rookie out there today? That's definitely a question. I'd like
to. This is the type of game where you want to see the rookie out there. As I'm going to check for an update on Witherspoon as well. Let's see here, though. 2nd and 4. Second and 4, run it to Corum, who's going to pick up the first down. Nice move there by Blake Corum. And nice to see again the Rams starting to use their running back room a little more. Corum also with an early carry here.
Yeah, getting guys involved. They didn't get involved last week. You love to see it. I want to see more touches from Blake Corum. Again, it's really just helping Kyren get some rest, but also seeing what Corum could do out there in his second year.
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely something you want to see. We want Fergie according to Rubio. Yes, we do. 1st and goal. Let's see if he's on the field here. What do you think they're going to run here on 1st and goal?
I'm hoping it's not to Tyler Higbee because I am playing against him in fantasy, so that wouldn't be great. I'm hoping for a nice little fade up to Devontae Adams, one-on-one coverage. We'd love to see something like that already early.
Well, Stafford did throw it to Adams, and it was incomplete. And I am going against Devontae Adams in fantasy, so I did not. I don't want that one either.
I selfishly have him in fantasy as well. But yeah, no, you want to see this happen more often. They're going to get this going over time. But Stafford knows how to just throw it up to a big body receiver after doing it with Calvin Johnson for so many years. I don't want to see that kind of route. I'd rather see a little like Adams on the outside, fade route up to him.
No, it doesn't have to be Adams. I mean, it could be anybody.
No, yeah, I'm just saying that previous
snap there from Stafford. He goes again to Adams, incomplete. Good coverage there by Snead, but a drop snap there, almost a fumble.
Yeah, he probably wanted to get the ball out quick there once he dropped the snap. Wasn't even trying to make a play happen at that point. Not great. You want to see Coleman Shelton stepping up here. It doesn't look like Bo Limmer's in there at left guard either, by the way. I didn't catch the left guard.
No, it's been Justin Dedich getting the start.
Hey. Very interesting after we thought that Bo Limmer held up pretty well last week. Jason Jackson saying, so the Rams started in Cleveland, won a couple championships, moved to L.A., won a few championships, moved to St. Louis, won a Super Bowl, moved back to L.A., won a Super Bowl. My question is, are we the only origami? I don't know what that means.
That's not a scoregami, because that's different. I learned what that was a couple years ago. 3rd and goal here. Rams call a timeout. Craig says wants a Stafford, the Kyren TD. Yeah, Kyren could definitely come in, get a touchdown here. That makes a lot of sense here, especially on 3rd down. Mix it up with a run play. And Jason said what he means is to win in any town we grace playing. Yeah, that might be true. I'm trying to think of other teams.
It's tough. It's tough to call. You might be onto something there. We'll have to research it and talk about it. Maybe it's a halftime topic we can research and see.
Yeah, definitely halftime. We can definitely look that up. We'll get, as I said, we'll get Red Zone on my end at least going up, so we can keep updated on the other early window games for you. Although 3rd and goal from the 3 could be 2 down territory here. Stafford awaits the snap, clean snap, fake decorum. Stafford's pressured. Gets it out quickly, almost finds Adams, incomplete. Good play there again by the secondary. And Rubio says Stafford's kind of pressing, and I agree. I do think he pressed on that last throw there.
Some heavy dosage of Devontae Adams, and then ultimately didn't work out. You like to see them targeting him, though, in the red zone. He is your big red zone threat. Keep feeding him the football, but Stafford just, a little pressure in his face there. I mean, just no one open, though. No one open, really.
No, Devontae actually saved that from an interception. He had to bat that one down. And Joshua McCarty's on for the chip shot, 21-yard field goal. This should be a no-brainer. Easy, and it was quite easy. 10-3 Rams now lead by a touchdown.
Devontae's so good. Almost caught that in double coverage. Jumped in the air. Might have saved an interception, but also almost caught the touchdown. So Devontae still, got to get on the same page with Stafford. They're going to figure out kind of where Devontae likes to get the football. I think right now you're not really giving him those opportunities yet. You're trying to get him involved differently, kind of interesting routes he's running. But overall, I think you'll find this connection just getting better as the year goes on. But, 10-3, you don't want the halftime score to be this going into the half. You don't want to see a 10-6 halftime score after you just put up 14 last week. So I want to see a little more from this offense. They're looking really good right now. There's not anything to kind of pinpoint to say I'm really upset about X, Y, or Z. But ultimately, I think they have to finish drives. They got to show dominance versus this team in Tennessee. You got to show that you're the better team here. That's what I want to see as this game continues.
Oh, I agree, yes. The Rams need to show they're the better team sooner rather than later. That is exactly what you want to see here, heading into this game.
Double checking some fantasy numbers here. Not looking great. Got a 44% chance to win in one of my main leagues here. Devontae Adams, a touchdown would have been nice there. It's okay. We'll move on from it.
Yeah, I'm double checking as well. ESPN is back up working, and I'm starting to lose a little bit here. Nope, I'm not going against Higbee. I'm going against Hunter Henry. That's an interesting player to have there in fantasy. Did not expect to see that on anyone's roster. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs doing good for me. Garrett Wilson, 1 catch. Not great. It's really not great. I benched him last week, and I made the wrong decision, so I'm not doing that again. But this week may have been the right decision.
I found it so interesting. People really onto the Justin Fields hype train, the Jets hype train. And I know he looked pretty good last week, but I mean, it's a Jets. I mean, I'm not really anticipating that to be continuous. I'm rooting for Justin Fields, by the way. Really, really hoping he can find a home there, but I'm not confident that's the case.
No, I'm not necessarily there either. And then Rubio said, when you're winning, all points are good points. Yes, fair. That is fair, but at the same time, you don't want to be struggling in this game, because that Eagles game next week is going to be really, really physical, really, really tough, and you're going to have to do everything to win that game in Philly.
No, and Rubio, I'm really just saying here, I want the Rams to look better. I want them to look better on offense. I want them to put up some more points, just so we can be a little more confident in this offense. I'm still happy and fine with this offense so far. Last year, even putting up 14 points, I thought it was fine. I thought they performed well. It's not even anything I'm freaking out about. I don't need them to score 40 points every week. I just, you kind of want to see them put up some more points against a team like this. You don't want to be in a dogfight against Tennessee. That's what we're saying. I would love a blowout, just so you can maybe even rest some starters later. Not trying to disrespect Tennessee, but I think the Rams are the better team, and that's why I want to see this offense.
They are. They are. They are, as there is going to be a flag here. Let's see who the penalty is on. It's on the receiving team. So that would be on the Titans. On James Williams.
By the way, so watching the college football game, I told you Tennessee versus Georgia, and just watching a normal kickoff, was kind of warmed my heart a little bit.
Oh yeah, because it's not changing college. Yeah,
It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed, and so I really just I love seeing that regular OG kickoff. Rubio, I agree with both of you. Yeah. I don't want to sound like we're criticizing the Rams offense. Like I said, I'm happy with how they're looking so far. Just I want to see them put up more points. Selfishly want to see them put up more
play
points.
there from Cam Ward. He easily gets the ball out there to Cavalrilli, and a lot of times you can bet he'll have a good game, and that one definitely helps that cause there.
Calvin really forgotten player a little bit. He's been kind of sneakily out there in Tennessee dealing with some bad quarterback play. He's a good receiver though, and you're not going to be surprised to see him have some big plays here and there.
No, definitely not.
Again, getting outside the pocket from Cam Ward, though, kind of not what I want to see here. Just so wide open from Calvin Ridley, though. A couple of things I don't want to see. Calvin Ridley running wide open. Cam Ward just running out, rolling out to his left, rolling out to his right. It's just too easy for him.
Yeah, he's looked a lot more comfortable this week than he did last week. And Pollard, with the first down carry there, picks up around 7. Got another quick little game break here on CBS from the Jags game. Trevor Lawrence's second touchdown pass of the day. He looked good last week, and he looks like he's looking good again this week. Nice to see Trevor Lawrence looking better as well, because he's a guy who everyone, including me, was hyped on. I took him in fantasy a couple years ago. Didn't work out well for me. So it's nice to see him having a good start.
A little bit more if you can throw to Brian Thomas Jr. once or twice. Not doing too much of that.
Almost an interception there by the Rams off of Nate Landman's hands. 3rd and 7 now for the time. They should throw to BTJ more. I don't know why they're not. They should, because he's great. Oh, actually, no. Cam Ward just dropped the ball. Looks like the ball slipped out of his hands, and Kobe Turner and Lamb, that definitely would have been a fumble if they were able to recover that. 3rd and 7 now for the Titans here. Ward looks back from the 36. Rams bringing pressure, releases it, and what a catch. First down Titans. A great catch there by Alan Minor, getting that first down. And Witherspoon, nope, that's not Witherspoon. Emmanuel Forbes is in, losing that size on the big receiver there. Not great, but nice pass and catch, though. Cam Ward, he's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, like I said, this is not what you wanted to see. If you're the Rams, you want to see more pressure on the quarterback, on the rookie. You want to see him uncomfortable. He's looking more and more relaxed in the pocket right now. He's looking more and more confident in what he's got going on offense. I mean, that's just a great pitch and catch. I mean, the defense is there. Emmanuel Forbes is there. Great way to come back to the football.
And the Kello Witherspoon injury update here, just showing up on my screen. He is out for this game with a shoulder injury.
Not ideal.
That was from Evan Washburn on the CBS. Yeah, Craig and Rubio both saying the same thing. And not great. Not great. You do lose. Darius Williams, though, should get some more playing time in this one.
Yeah, more opportunity for him to show why.
Left on the play clock.
Go ahead.
Pressure, secondary blitz, and Cam Ward easily gets that out of the way incomplete.
And that's kind of what you want to see here. Kobe Durant, Darius Williams. You want to see all these guys step up, because Emmanuel Forbes, because you know Kyren Williams is your number one corner. It's a huge loss for you, but this is why we talked about, right? You say you have 4 starting corners. You want to see these guys can step up, but also I always want to see more depth, and the depth is a concern still for the Rams.
Yes, it is. And guess who it was on that secondary blitz? It was Quentin Lake, of course.
All
Something
over
we didn't
football.
see from him at all in week 1. Not a great week 1, had multiple penalties. So nice to see he's having a stronger week 2. And the Titans easy false start there on the Titans. Going to bring him back 5.
Yeah, you like to see that pressure off the edge in that previous play. Just, again, keep getting this quarterback on his heels. That's kind of why I think they did have the corner blitz there. You want to just throw different things at him. Different things that he's not used to seeing. He has to adjust to. Keep him uncomfortable. You like to see that. And then you see the next play, offensive line making a mistake. This is what you want to see from the Rams.
It is. The Rams pressure is starting to pick back up here. Let's see. Cam Ward back to pass. Oh, a big hit there. Let's see if that's a fumble. Jalen McCullough recovers. Let's see what they call it. Copper really couldn't hang on to the ball. They're going to call it incomplete for now, but let's see if the Rams challenge. I think that's a fumble. I don't think he ever had full possession there. That's a fumble to me.
Play is happening right now on my screen here. I see the snap. Oh, of course it lagged right when right when the play happens. So I didn't really see it clear here.
So they're not going to challenge that call there for the Rams. That looked like a fumble to me. I don't think Copper really ever had full possession of that football. Big hit, though, by Emmanuel Forbes to get that ball out and incomplete.
No, incomplete pass. Incomplete pass. He never caught it. Didn't even get his feet on the ground before Emmanuel Forbes is already in there smacking the ball out. Great play from Emmanuel Forbes. What you want to see, right? That ball hawking kind of mentality. He went after the football. You see Chris Shula going crazy for Emmanuel Forbes. Telling him, great job, great job. You could read his lips there. Huge stop for Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah, huge stop. However, the Rams are going to be pinned back towards the 5-yard line, though, so that's not ideal.
That's your guy. That's your guy, their punter. Showing why.
Yeah, that is Johnny Hecker. That is Johnny Hecker, one of the best punters really in the history of the NFL. But Ethan Evans has been really good in his couple seasons with the Rams.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Well.
Yeah, Craig says incomplete, didn't have full control. I agree. Didn't look like he ever even had a chance to land after catching that football. But still, great play from Emmanuel Forbes. You go from a huge gain, potential first down, so all of a sudden the Rams have the football now. Great to see Emmanuel Forbes making plays. You just talked about Kyren Williams. He's out now. You need someone to step up. So far, Emmanuel Forbes being that guy. I've always believed in him, man. Even when he was back in Washington, I thought it was kind of surprising. I know he had his struggles early on, but I was a little surprised at how quick they were kind of giving up on him, former first-round pick.
Yeah, well, also the funny thing there is they didn't even trade him. They just straight up cut him.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. Very interesting decision, I think, in Washington. And especially when you draft the guy in the first round, you think you give him a little bit more grace and just patience. But overall, it's fine. Benefits the Rams for sure in this defense. The Rams look good right now with him out there. He's getting more confident. And I love to see that from Chris Shula, by the way. Don't want to go underrated. He's just screaming, top of his lungs. Great job to Emmanuel Forbes. And you love to see it because it shows the coaching staff is in tune and in touch with kind of how important Emmanuel Forbes is to this defense. They understand that if he's out there confident, making plays, then he's going to be a huge piece for this defense. You want to see them hyping him up, building that confidence up, and you love to see Chris Shula getting hyped for his guy. So far, Rams D is not allowed a touchdown. Yeah, no, looking good. Yeah. Looking good.
Yeah, they do look very good. They look really good. They look solid. And this is what you wanted to see from the Rams defense today, especially making things difficult for Cam Ward, difficult for this offense as a whole. Now the Rams, I think the goal for this possession should be hold the ball till halftime. Get some points, hold the ball till halftime. Don't even let the Titans get the ball because the Rams start with the ball in the second half here as well.
Ian Rappaport tweeting Malik Neighbors floating Russell Wilson deep pass to Malik Neighbors on Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs all over it, but Malik Neighbors, my goodness, what a catch. As the Giants are beating up on the Cowboys a little bit early in that game. Just checking out some other games here.
Really? I did not expect that. I thought the Cowboys, based on how they played against the Eagles, thought that was going to be a potential 40-point win. Seriously.
Cowboys always do kind of play well against the Eagles, to be honest, from what I've seen. Yeah, by the way, speaking of the Cowboys, just going through Twitter here, going through different tweets. Tyron Smith chugging a beer on live television, local in Dallas.
Oh,
The
that's
Hall of
always fun.
the Hall of
That
Fame
is always fun. And
in
Puka
fantasy
gets a
football.
short gain there on a first down, going to be around 2nd and 6. Backed up, though, are the Rams. Stafford threw that out of his own end zone. So that definitely just right there trying to get some room for the rest of this drive here.
Yeah, I would love to see them put up some points here, but it's going to be tough coming from the 5-yard line. It's going all the way down the field in the last 4 minutes. But if they can maintain possession all the way through these 4 minutes, that'd actually be a huge W for this offense, even if they don't put up too many points.
Yes, it would, but Kyren's pretty much stopped there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets one. It'll be a generous one. And we'll see if this is 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4 here. And Craig says Sam Darnold just threw an interception. That sounds about right.
That reminds me to go look into what our guy Cooper Kupp is looking like. Last week, not very good. I heard he also physically didn't look too good out there. 2 receptions, 20 yards, though.
That's not, I mean, depending on the target share, that could be good. As Stafford just soared that one over Devontae Adams. A little miscommunication there again. 4th down, Rams going to have to punt. And the Titans going to get pretty good field position here, too.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about earlier, right? We wanted the Rams to put some more points up. Why? Because now you look at Tennessee, if they can build some confidence, all of a sudden put a little 3-minute drive together and score a touchdown here. You're looking at a tie game at halftime. Not what you want to see for the Rams.
No,
you want to show that you are better than this team. You want to beat them by 15, 20, just to be able to kind of, again,
Oh,
rest.
hang on. I have to interrupt you. Punt return touchdown for the Titans. It's a tie game.
Well, that's exactly what I'm just saying. As I'm preaching, right? It's not what you want to see. You don't want the Rams to be in a dogfight versus Tennessee Titans. You are the better team out there. Why are we slowing down? Why are we taking our time with this team? Punt return touchdown. Again, you put yourself in bad field position there on the punt. It is what it is. You got to get yourself out of it. They don't. And the Tennessee Titans take advantage. What a run back. Where is the defense? Where is the guy?
Flag on the play.
Where are the guys at, though, on that play, man? Wide open. Wasn't even a hard run back.
Let's see who the flag is on. Oh, illegal block. So it is not going to be a touchdown.
Tough for Tennessee.
Tough news there for the Titans. And oh yeah, that's definitely an illegal block. Yeah, wow. That's why I got a touchdown.
He was pretty wide open on that, by the way. I was curious as to see what was going on.
Yeah, but that was definitely an illegal block.
Well, Rams get saved by the penalty a little bit there. Of course, again, still good field position for Tennessee. You don't want to see a 10-10 game. Can the Rams hold them up at least to a field goal here with such great field position? Maybe knock them out of field goal range as well. If that's the block they're talking about, I know it's illegal, but honestly, the Rams got bailed out. I mean, that wasn't even a play. That wasn't even a guy who was going to stop the play.
No, it was not. And Rubio says you cannot do that. No, you can't. You can't allow that play to happen. And by the way, I just saw a familiar face on the Titans sideline. Special teams coach, I believe that was former Rams coach John Fossil.
Yeah, which is why, that's why you see some success out there from their punt team, right? Great special teams coach. Look, it's a bad play, but it's the thing, for that player, that's an unnecessary block. You can't do that, but if he didn't do that, if he didn't make that play, I think the Titans score. So we kind of get bailed out by a penalty.
They do score. They do get bailed out there by a penalty right there. And John Fossil was a great coach for the Rams, was on the first Super Bowl team. And Tony Pollard runs through for a first down. Tony Pollard's on my fantasy bench, so that's fun for me.
Yeah, tough play there for the special teams unit in Tennessee. Rams got to do better on their end. Watching Troy Reader right now trying to chase down that return.
Oh, that's definitely not going to be successful. We got 1st and 10 now for the Titans, already in Rams territory. So it's going to be tough here for them to not score at all. I mean, your hope here is to make them kick a quick field goal and you get the ball back with around a minute left here. Let's see what they can do.
The dream, like Jason Jackson says, pick 6. That's the dream.
Yeah, that would be a great way to get some points here. As Pollard gets around 5 more there, it's going to be second medium.
I mean, it would really right a lot of wrongs here. And like I said, I'm not too upset with how the Rams are playing overall. It's just I feel like now it's starting to become a little bit less intensity on their end, maybe less urgency on their end to move the football, to get in scoring range. That's kind of the concern there.
Yes, the Rams, though, in this first half have only allowed 36 rush yards without the 2-minute warning. So, pretty good rush defense for this Rams team. And if you look at the receptions here, Cover really leads the team, 2 catches, 47 yards. Also, with 1 catch for 5 yards, we got Tyler Lockett as well on this Tennessee Titans team. Longtime Seahawk.
Yeah, I forgot he was out here in Tennessee. Get some veteran presence for the rookie quarterback. But yeah, I mean, overall, look, I'm not too mad at how the team is playing. It's just not what you ideally wanted to see here. We just talked about it, right? You wanted to see them put more points up at halftime, you said earlier. So a 10-6, 10-10 game is not ideal, but the Rams are still doing a lot of good things. Like you said, slowing that run game down. It was about 60 yards last week for
It was 114, actually.
It's 60 yards for Nick Chubb, I was going to say, though. And so, for one player. So that run defense wasn't the best necessarily last week. Didn't hurt them ultimately, but still, you want to see that be more of a less of a weakness for the Rams this year.
Yes, you definitely do. And it's something to keep an eye on here. The rush yards for the Rams, they have 67 in total, but 45 of those was from the jet sweep touchdown. Kyren Williams, 7 carries for 18 yards. He's only averaging 2.6 yards per carry right now. So that is not looking great here for the Rams so far.
Looking around the league here, Miami losing to New England 7-15. Detroit up 14-7 on Chicago. You got Kenneth Walker and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm looking at my fantasy team, but the Seattle Seahawks, they're up 7-6 at Pittsburgh, so that's looking like a tight one there. Cleveland down.
Does have second goal.
Yeah, Cleveland down 0-10 versus Baltimore. Baltimore up 10-0. Talk about that Cowboys game. Looks like the Cowboys are in the red zone. They're losing 3-13 versus the Giants, but they are in the red zone here. New Orleans is losing 9-0 versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Mac Jones led 49ers, might I add.
Yes, no Brock Purdy out there for San Fran, but they're still up 9-0 versus New Orleans. Probably one of the worst teams in the league out there.
The worst. I'm sorry. My hot prediction before the season was the Saints were going to go 0-17. I was thinking they would have a shot this week. This was the week I think they'd have a shot to win, but let's see. And the Bills are up 20-3 on the Jets.
Jacksonville up 14-10 on Cincinnati. And that looks like that's pretty much it for the games early.
Yes. Bengals still looking kind of just Trevor Lawrence though does have 2 picks on the day as well as those two touchdown passes. See here, Cam Ward, second down. They run it again. Pollard is going to be just short. It's going to be 3rd down and short here with 1:55 left. And it looks like they're already in field goal range here. So they need like a 10-yard sack here to really make them think about punting.
ESPN drops a pretty big update NFL-wise in terms of NFL news. Joe Burrow limping to the locker room. He was rolled up on, apparently, dealing with a leg injury.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is not good news there for the NFL. Cam Moore goes for the sneak. Let's see if he gets it there here on 3rd down. This would be around a 56, similar length field goal. One ref calling it short. Let's see the spot. It's going to be close.
Big body Cam Ward. You're going to see this happen throughout his career. He's going to want to be physical on 3rd, 4th, and short. Man, he got really looked like a rookie there in terms of his strength. Got hit back a little bit, knocked back a little bit. Looked like he might have gotten it, but also looks pretty close.
They're reviewing it now. This is under review. This was not a Rams challenge. This is close. Let's see this angle. See Ward here starts there, gets hit immediately by the Rams defender. Yeah,
knocked back hard. I mean, he barely got a couple inches on that. I say he's inches short.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be short, and I would not be shocked if this is short and the Titans do go for this. I don't see them settling for a kick here.
It's too close of a game. You're only down by 7. You're probably going to go for it here. If it is inches, let him do another QB sneak. Nothing against Atlanta from Craig. He says, but I want to see them do bad this year because their first-round pick is ours in the next year's draft. Yeah, definitely something to remind everyone about. Yeah, the Atlanta Falcons, you want to see them lose some games this year because their pick is going to be the Rams pick.
Yeah, it is. It is. They play the Vikings tonight on Sunday Night Football. Should be a fun, close game. Michael Penix versus J.J. McCarthy, the 2024 draft class, going at it. Michael Penix, by the way, looked pretty good last week. If Younghoe Koo makes a kick, I think the Falcons could have won that game in overtime.
Yeah, I can't believe they moved on from him though. Young Hoku. It's kind of crazy to see they just
I
let
know he's
go.
out for this game, but did they cut him
I think they
for
cut him.
sure?
I heard they cut him.
I saw that he wasn't playing this week.
Oh, okay,
I know
maybe.
the Niners cut Jake Moody, which they also needed to do that.
You're
But
right. He just won't play Sunday. I thought I heard somewhere that he was let go.
I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up happening. But he's been pretty good ever since he left the Chargers. He's been pretty good, and I mean this year not a great start, but we'll see.
So the Falcons tried out a kicker after he missed it, and then now he's out. Didn't even travel with the team, but also he's out due to coach's decision.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's not.
he's not officially cut yet, but it looks like they're trying out another kicker, kind of seeing if they can find a new
Yes.
guy to bring in there.
Yes, as we have 2 minute warning here. Jason Jackson says I'm liking Sellers from South Carolina. Sellers did get hurt this week. I don't know if you saw that, Jason, but he did take a hard hit and had to come out of the game. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Sellers, I'm oh man, Sellers is an interesting player. I think he's good, but I'd like to see him be a bit of a better passer before he gets drafted. I'd like to see him improve on that. Again, Cade Klubnik was my main guy. I mean, the best quarterback in college football, like Sam Levitt's been kind of up and down. Drew Aller didn't look great this week, so it's Carson Beck so far. It kind of looks like the best college quarterback so far. Throughout the first, and Dante Moore out of Oregon as well.
And I don't like him. I don't like Carson Beck necessarily. So I don't really know if I love
I
this
really
class.
like Dante Moore out of Oregon. He's from Cali, originally UCLA. I think he could be a good player for the Rams, but if they do draft a quarterback, but they did give the Titans the first down, actually, which I don't know about that one. And Tony Pollard gets about 3 there.
So they gave it to him on the first Cam Ward sneak, and then now 3 yards from Pollard. Not ideal.
Almost intercepted there by the Rams. Nice play there by Kobe Durant to get in at the last second to get in with a hit there on Alminor. Almost picked off again by Kobe Durant. Would have been 2 for 2 so far this season in games with picks.
Rubio says rooting for 2 teams every week, Rams and whoever is playing Atlanta, except for Frisco.
Frisco.
Except for Frisco. Oh, fair enough. When they play San Fran, he wants Atlanta to win, obviously.
I thought he was talking about Frisco. I was like, huh?
Me too. I thought he was talking about Texas, too. I was like, Texas.
3rd and 6 from the 32. Ward. Deep ball. Wow, what a catch made there by Alminor again. Wow, that was a great one-handed grab there. I'm impressed. It's going to be in the red zone.
I'm going to have to see about picking him up in fantasy. He's grabbing everything in this game.
Yeah, did you see that catch?
I'm watching right now. It's coming up soon. But earlier, he's making a couple good catches already, so.
He has. That pass incomplete on 1st and goal.
3rd and 6. What a catch. One hand to the shoulder pad. Are you joking me?
Yeah, that was like a perfect pass there from Cam Moore, too. As Emmanuel Forbes was all on that, but just got it right over his head. That's who Witherspoon was supposed to be guarding. Witherspoon with that size at corner out of this game. The Rams looking a bit undersized now with the big target that the Titans have.
Rubio says secondary struggling. It's interesting. I mean, I don't really. Do you blame Emmanuel Forbes on that play? He's right there, all over him. Yeah. It's just a great catch, Rubio. I think you don't want to see it happen, but I mean, Emmanuel Forbes did everything humanly possible to not let that catch happen.
Ward being chased by Byron Young again, and Ward throws that one away incomplete on 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal now from the 9.
3rd and goal from the 9. Obviously expecting a pass play here. Bring the house. Bring someone off the edge. Do what you got to do to really disrupt this play here. Don't let Cam Ward make a play.
No, you can't. You don't want this game to be tied. Again, if they do score, you're going to get the ball back with around 40-ish seconds left. So that is enough time to get down there and kick a field goal potentially. But again, you want the stop here because I highly doubt they're going to go for this. If they're from the 1, they might. But if they're still at the 9 after this play, I don't see the Titans going for it here on 4th and goal. 3rd and goal, though. Play clock winding down. Titans get the snap off. Ward moves around. Pressure from Tyler Davis. Ward still moving. More pressure. Oh my God, what a ball. Touchdown Titans. To Almanora again on Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah, not even joking. You definitely got to see if that's a guy we could pick up in fantasy now after that. But
I know, yeah.
not,
I might be picking up Ionmar, actually, is how you say his name.
well, I said it. Go after the quarterback, put pressure on him. The pressure was there. It couldn't really get to him. Cam Ward just showing why he's the number one overall pick. What a throw. What a catch. Again, Emmanuel Forbes is kind of in the area, but you don't anticipate Cam Ward having that much time. Also, the rookie quarterback kind of making a bad decision, right? You don't necessarily think you're supposed to throw the football across the field in that way, crossbody, going from the right side to the left. He did everything you're not supposed to do, yet Cam Ward showing why he was the number one overall pick, making that throw. And then, of course, his receiver making just a great catch. But this is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to go to the right side of the field and throw it across to the left and find your receiver. So not ideal for the Rams, but again, I can understand. I can understand why that happened. I mean, that's just a great throw, great catch. Cam Ward really impressing me today.
Yeah, he is. He is. There's not much you can do about that as a Rams fan. And Craig said in chat, my most hated team in our division is San Fran. And which divisional team do you guys hate the most? Oh, San Fran.
San Fran, easy. I mean, that's not even a question.
Yeah, San Fran.
I honestly don't really care about Seattle for some reason. And Arizona, I mean, is there anything to really care about right now?
Yeah, not really there for Arizona. Arizona hasn't really done too much in the division as of late. But yeah, definitely San Fran. I think it's also an LA San Fran type of rivalry as well that also really ignites the passions for it as well.
Yeah, the cities don't love each other themselves, let alone.
No, checking fantasy update. Currently down now by 16. It's not going great. Garrett Wilson, catch a pass.
You think Tank Bigsby has any value whatsoever as a standalone running back behind Saquon Barkley?
In fantasy?
I have him. I'm thinking about dropping him. I just kind of want to trade, if anything. But, I mean, if it's going to be, I might as well just drop him, right?
He's not starting for you, though, right?
No, of course not. Of course not. But my logic is
Okay.
Saquon, knock on wood, don't want to see it happen. Saquon has an injury. All of a sudden, that guy's one of the most valuable pieces in fantasy football.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, potentially. We'll see about that. And Rubio says, I hate the bang bang chant. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I do too.
You know what's funny? I've ironically said it more than I'm proud of. I've said bang bang. I don't even want to say it right now, but I've said the bang bang chant, I think, more than a Rams fan should have in their life, just because it's so funny. It's funny to mock.
No, I say it whenever they lose.
Yeah,
whenever they would lose in the Super Bowl recently, I'll FaceTime all my Niners fan friends because where I went to college, a lot of people from the Bay Area went there too. So like half of our school was literally Niner fans.
I was gonna say I hate the Niners so much. I don't even have that many Niners fan friends.
I do. It's bad.
Annoying. They're too annoying to me, but it's funny. I just don't even like the colors. I don't like them at all, man.
Actually, I like the colors. That's the one thing I do like. Sometimes they have cool jerseys.
Watching the replay again, as I know you're going to get back to play-by-plays shortly. Look, like I said, am I upset that they scored there, Tennessee? Yes. I think Cam Ward just made a great play. His receiver just made a great play. I mean, you can't get too mad at your defense. The defensive line should have got to Cam Ward, but he can move. He can move a little bit. Just fading away on the right side, throwing across to the left side of the field. That's just incredible. That's going to be SportsCenter top 10 play right there, I think.
Yeah. Also, that other throw and catch, too, might be in SportsCenter top 10.
But again, this is why, they both might be. But this is why the Rams need to put some points up here. 38 seconds, even, I'll take it. But I don't know if they will. But it's just, this is why you wanted to see them put up more points. It's going to become a dogfight versus a young, hungry Tennessee Titans team. You don't want to put your offense through this early, right before you're about to face another real dogfight with a Super Bowl contender and the Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia Eagles, next week. So you don't want to see this happen. Rams put themselves in this position. They got to put some points up here.
They do. Points need to be scored here. 32 seconds left at the 35. Let's see what they can do. Stafford back to pass, and that is picked off by the Titans. And that was not Snead with the interception. Let's see who that was there on that pick. And it looks like linebacker Cody Barton with the interception. You never want to see a linebacker interception.
And this is where the veteran quarterback, I think maybe like we talked about earlier, he might have been pressing a little bit. He wanted to put some points up. He hears us. It's like we're in his ear right now. He hears what we're saying. He knows what the Rams need to do here. He knows the Rams need to put points up. He wanted to put them in a position to do so. This is the danger of trying to be aggressive with 38 seconds left, though. Now, the Titans can go up. They can go take the go-ahead field goal shortly if they play their cards right here. Not a great ending to the first half from the Rams.
No.
The big body linebacker.
By the way, they're already at the 46. So they're pretty much already one play. If you get 10 yards, they're already in field goal range.
And mind you, this big body linebacker is literally bigger than Tutu Atwell. How does Matthew Stafford not see him? I don't understand. I don't even think he saw Tutu Atwell.
No, I don't think he could. Oh, that's not a flag. Oh, I don't know about that. Cam Ward goes for a pass incomplete. They're going to get Durant here on pass interference, but I don't know about that one, though.
When things get bad, they get worse. Rubio says, I hate the bang bang chant. Gil says, I've always felt the Rams secondary is suspect. Yeah, that's what we talked about all offseason, right? We talked about that here in the Rams Digest. We thought they should have been more aggressive in trying to get better cornerbacks. They did not. Now we're seeing that kind of play out here a little bit. It doesn't make any sense. Dodger fans who are also Niner fans, I hate that.
Yeah, I don't get that either. And then also, Rubio also said that was great D. They were hand fighting. Yeah, that was not a flag. I agree. That was a no call.
Yeah, Pollard, I agree here. Watching again, nothing there.
Yeah, Pollard picks up a few. And I have a quote kind of about right now where about things getting bad to worse. As we know, amazing song here is a Skepta said on Praise the Lord by A$AP Rocky, when it rains, it pours. It's kind of what's happening right now here. Really. If you haven't listened to that song, by the way, please go listen to it. It's an amazing song. But then Jason Jackson said, "Stop the bleeding, fellas." Yeah, hopefully they can. They're already pretty much this is going to be their shortest field goal of the game. So they may get aggressive here. Who knows? You never know. An experienced coach, experienced quarterback. You want to try to force the Titans here into making a bad decision so you can end this half tied. The Rams do get the ball back to start the half, though, which is key.
One thing we got to say about Joey Sly, that guy does not miss the gym. Oh, my goodness. He gyms it every day. He's a big, strong kicker. He's like a linebacker out there.
Yeah, speaking of the gym, I was in the gym yesterday. We got our work in.
Okay.
Got our work in. I've been trying to go a little more as of late. So.
That's good.
Byron Young is doing though right now. They actually stopped the game for this. Let's make sure he's okay.
I've mentally been trying to get back to the gym. It's in my mind. I just haven't actually physically gone.
And now Jared Verse, they're bringing him out with the trainers, so let's make sure he's okay.
Oh, wait. For these updates here, the Rams shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Jason Jackson stopped the bleeding. I think that the Rams have definitely made a little bit of just kind of being a little too laid back, too lackadaisical. Not that sense of urgency just has not really been there. Strick saying Rams end up 1-1.
No, let's not have that be the case. But I did just see the Jared Verse replay. He got hit, kind of teammate on teammate there. He kind of got hit in the head area and his neck bent backwards weirdly. So let's make sure he's okay on that.
Someone in New York must have saw the replay. They're forcing him to go through the concussion protocol, concussion check real quick. As you see a helmet diving, helmet's a helmet. Head bangs back. You're hoping Jared Verse is okay. He was out there ready to play. So
yeah, which is good. And Tony Pollard, by the way, just had around a 15-yard run. So Joey Sly not even going to really have to worry about his gym use for this one. He'll easily be able to kick this one.
They're playing in Philadelphia. I'm an hour away, but I hate Philly fans. Jason, be careful out there. If you do go, I cannot imagine.
Yeah, please.
I cannot imagine being a Ram or any fan of any other team that's not Philadelphia being in Philly. I want to do this one day. I want to go Rams, Philly, and Philly. That'd be cool. But I don't know if I'd be able to just rock my Rams jersey without getting snow thrown on me or something in a snow. Remember?
Well, I mean, at least rocking a Rams jersey is a lot different there than rocking a Cowboys jersey.
No, for sure. But you didn't see back a couple years ago, Philadelphia fans were just the whole stadium was targeting like these two Patriots fans, which it is Patriots, I guess, but and just
Yeah.
like the whole stadium throwing snowballs at these two fans. It was crazy.
Oh God. And by the way, the Titans and Joey Saleh does make that field goal. 13-10, Titans lead at halftime, which is not how I thought this game was going to go whatsoever. And you can see the Titans players celebrating, coach clapping his hands. I even think they're a little bit shocked that they're at this point right now.
They're very proud of their team and the way they've played. And I'll be honest with you, a little bit of, yes, I'm mad at the Rams weren't as aggressive, weren't as urgent in the first half. They didn't really seem to want to go out and put points up aggressively. That first drive looked so good, so smooth, and all of a sudden they kind of just don't go that creative offense. Where's the creative plays coming? Where are the little trick plays going around? Why are you not feeding Puka? Why is Devontae not being as involved? You try to get him involved in the red zone, but it was just some ugly chances that didn't really give him a chance to make plays. So overall, I think it's very interesting to see kind of where the Rams can adjust. Hopefully that offense in the second half gets a little more creative. Maybe you get the run game kind of at least going a little bit better than it has. I know we've tried to feed the run game a bit, but it hasn't been super successful. Give the Titans their credit. They're playing really well. Cam Ward looks really confident. He looks like he's getting established as a quarterback in the NFL. It's again what we said over and over again, what we didn't want to see. It's happening. The Rams are trying to get pressure on him, but give credit to their offensive line. They are holding up pretty solidly. Cam Ward is getting creative, getting out the pocket, all that stuff. So I'm not, again, it's weird. It's like I'm not too upset with how they're playing. The corners aren't having the greatest of days out there right now. But overall, I think the Rams just need to pick it up on offense, and it's what we've been talking about last year. It's what we talked about to end the season. It's what we talked about to start this year. 14 points versus Houston last week. The Rams' offense needs to kind of be the driving force here in the second half.
It does. It does.
Sorry,
And looking at some Titan stats, as you can see, Josh's dog is even angry about the way the Rams are playing in this first half. But for the Titans, Tony Pollard, 12 rushes for 53 yards, 4.4 yards per carry. All of a sudden, the Rams' rush defense that looked a lot better in this first half has given up 63 yards now. So that rush defense is kind of coming back to bite the Rams now a little bit. And Io Manor, now the leading receiver of the Titans, 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Definitely a fantasy guy to look out for as well.
Yeah, I know. I definitely might have put a waiver claim in for him already. 4 catches, looking like over 13 fantasy points in my half PPR league. So, yeah, very interesting to see what they're doing there on offense. But overall, like I said, I think the Titans are just really playing well, and it's why you don't want to come into a game expecting to win, expecting to beat up on a team like Tennessee. Don't freak out. I'm not freaking out. I'm not sitting here saying that the Rams are in trouble. You're down 13-10, and this is a manageable game to still be in. You're still in the game. Like, you're still doing okay. You just got to pick it up on offense. But I think the Rams are doing fine. You just got to secondary has to step up a little bit. The D line has to get to Cam Ward a little bit more. And I think you'll be in a good spot in the second half here. Titans D-line stepping up. Stafford's pressing a bit too. I agree. I think Stafford's kind of forcing the ball. Just not looking comfortable. Not looking comfortable. He did look comfortable in that first drive. Not looking as comfortable here as we continue. Gil says the second half will be better for the Rams. Agreed. I'm expecting them to come out with some adjustments. And then Jason Jackson says, no worries. Telling you, pitching a shutout. Second half, Adams to Hunters. First to 24-13. Let's go. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the final score there, Jason. And then Craig just says, Jason Freeze, I think he's responding to someone saying, I would never go back to Philly again. Went over the summer for a Chelsea Club World Cup match, and the traffic was awful. We're in Los Angeles. I don't know where you're at, Craig. You may if you're from Los Angeles or not, but we're from Los Angeles, and you want to talk about traffic?
Yes. Yeah, talk about. Have you ever been in the 405 on rush hour?
Have you ever been on any freeway ever? I actually was adamantly so close to I mean, obviously I can say this. I'm never gonna just get up and move, but I was adamantly saying that day. It was a Thursday afternoon. I was driving home. It took me an hour to get less than 15 miles. It took me about an hour. And it was a Thursday 2 p.m. It wasn't even like traffic hour necessarily. Just bad.
Yeah, it's not good here whatsoever. I got Red Zone on, like we said here right now. They're showing some Bills Jets highlights. Josh Allen looking dominant early on here. They're up 20-3 at the half. Justin Fields, 25 total passing yards. Not great.
Looking around the league here, halftime for the Cowboys Giants 13-10. The Giants are up in that game by 3. Jacksonville up on Cincinnati 17-10 at the half. Looks like the Lions are going into the half with the football now. Maybe they're going to put some more points up with the last 25 seconds, but if not, it should be a 21-14 lead for them versus Chicago. We have New Orleans down 7-16 versus San Francisco. San Francisco with Mac Jones, capable quarterback, good coach. Obviously, I think that offense is still going to be okay with Mac Jones. They are up 16-7 on New Orleans.
And Rubio said in chat, Purdy hurt his toe doing the do-see-do in his new commercial. That new commercial, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, where he's doing the dancing?
No, I don't think I've seen it yet.
Oh, he's got the boots on and everything. Oh, you got to watch it after the stream. It's hilarious.
I mean, I could just pull it up right now. Maybe what is it? Brock Purdy commercial.
If you look up Brock Purdy like cowboy boots commercial. Oh, that's a long run for James Cook. Wanted him in fantasy, didn't get him though.
Have him in a league that I don't care about. Isn't that kind of painful?
That is. I mean, that's like a 50-yard touchdown run right there. He just got you a lot of points.
Have him. He's a beast, but don't really care for the league that he's beating me in.
James Cook, by the way, has 2 touchdowns in the game.
There we go. Brock Purdy is in Ariat's latest ad, and it's absolutely incredible. Dead emoji.
Yes. See the moves? You see the moves?
Okay, here we go. Catching the football. He's throwing the football right now. He's got the nice jean jacket on, eating some hot dogs. Right now, I'm just watching him with the football. Okay, he's spinning the football.
No, there's one of him dancing.
I'm seeing right now. There you go. He's dancing.
That's a nice catch there by Isaac Slaw from the Lions, too, here on Red Zone. Wow. Of course, that was over the same guy who gave up the Jaden Daniels play. And I don't think the Lions got any points off. I believe it is still 21-14. Here, Tua, the Dolphins, back to pass. Tua going deep. Who does he see? Oh, he saw Tyreek Hill. Great play there from Tua. Start off the second half there.
Interesting ad. Just a little bit of dancing there. I didn't really see much. Yeah, maybe he got his turf toe from dancing around those new boots without wearing them out.
Maybe.
Going back to the Rams, look at the halftime report here. Matthew Stafford, 9 for 16 in this game. Not the best of numbers, 107 yards. Interception at the end of the first half that ultimately allows the Rams to lose their lead. Not ideal there. Cam Ward looking pretty good. Going into San Francisco's game, Mac Jones. George Kittle? I thought he wasn't healthy today. Is that George Kittle? No, it's Ricky Pearsall. With a touchdown there. Mac Jones looks pretty good, man. Wow.
Just got engaged as well, Ricky Pearsall. I heard about that earlier. So we both say congrats to him on that. Nice. And Sam Darnold, one of his interceptions was to a former Ram, Jalen Ramsey, who's had an awesome start to the year in Pittsburgh. Iced the game last week, and now with a pick there as well.
Anyone who remembers how slow the tight ends were last season in terms of the offense for fantasy, Laporta making a touchdown out in Detroit for the Lions. So he's getting back involved this year for anyone who has Laporta in fantasy. Talk about the rushing
for Laporta.
Talk about the rushing of the Bills. Josh Allen. I mean, what a beast, right? That's a quarterback I can never hate, guys. I'm sorry. I love Josh Allen. You just see him run the football there. He just stiff-armed a linebacker or a safety as he tried to go out of bounds. James Cook with a long touchdown here. Buffalo's a good team, man. Buffalo, Green Bay. Those are 2 really good teams right now, playing really well in both conferences. I think maybe even I would say the best in their conferences.
Yeah, they are. And DK Metcalf just made a really nice touchdown catch there over Seahawks corner Kobe Bryant.
Love to see Seattle losing.
Yeah, DK, that was a great play from DK. Just went right up over him. And yeah, a lot of teams not looking great. I mean, the Eagles looked. Oh, I mean, the Chargers as well looked awesome in Week 1. We'll see how long that stays as they play Monday night against the Raiders. Should be a fun one there. Yeah, fantasy wise, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is having a good game for me. Again, Garrett Wilson doing nothing. My tight end situation, I got Evan Ingram going today. Wasn't great last week, but hopefully he can do some more against the Colts.
Cam Ward so far in this game, going back to the matchup here, I'm just looking at the halftime report. He's been sacked twice in this game. Last week was sacked 6 times. So, the Rams still getting to him. Right? Matthew Stafford's not been sacked once tonight, or today. So obviously, Rams doing a good job protecting their quarterback, but he still has some pressure in his face, getting some pressure up the middle in his face throughout this game. Not really on the same page with Devontae Adams or Puka Nacua, for that matter, this week.
No,
you got the tight end
not
involved, a little bit of Tyler Higbee, but you want to see him get Puka, you want to see him get Devontae, you want to see his run game improve in the second half. Those are definitely some keys for the Rams in the second half.
Yes, those are all things to look for. Rubio said we get the ball to start the half. McVay will make the necessary adjustments for the second half. Yeah, I definitely see Sean McVay making the necessary adjustments. I'd like to see some better run game plays. I mean, Kyren not doing great with the run. 7 carries, 18 yards is not what you want to see at all here in this first half. And the defense has not been bad. Again, that touchdown throw by Cam Ward was just an absolutely amazing play that you really can't do anything about.
100% agreed. I was just texting right now with some people in a group chat, just letting them know, hey, go back. If you guys did not watch that Cam Ward throw, go watch it. And they said, yeah, that's something that everyone tells you not to do. It's a play where everyone tells you you never throw this pass. And what does Cam Ward do? He throws it, completes it, and scores a touchdown for his Tennessee Titans. Again, I think that was just okay. I wasn't really familiar with your game, Cam Ward. Didn't know didn't know you had that in your bag.
No.
At all.
No, I don't think anyone did just yet. I mean, that was a Mahomes-esque throw. I know we use that term a lot, but
here we go. Here we go, Josh. Josh is pulling the calling. What is it? Collinsworth calls out here.
No, I'm not as bad as Collinsworth. No, Collinsworth is every single throw. Looked a little Mahomey.
Well, then you know what's funny is that's what I was gonna say is that because it's it's a play that really you're not supposed to make from Cam Ward. I can't even compare it to another quarterback. I don't know another quarterback. Yeah, Mahomes has the arm strength for that. Josh Allen might pull that out every now and then, but I don't know if we've seen a quarterback throw a pass like that this year so far. I mean, that's just it's so short in the red zone already to go again from the right side to the left. It's just not a play you see happen often, and he gets it in perfectly. Pressure will eventually break the damn fellas. Yeah, we're hoping that can be the case. We're in terms of putting pressure on Cam Ward. I hope the Rams can kind of turn it up a notch in the second half and just completely take him out this game. And not injury wise, but like just take him out in terms of putting that pressure on him. And then whoever played the PS1 game, Toe Jam and Earl. I did not play that game. I did have a PlayStation 1. I think I might still have it, actually, somewhere close by.
Really?
I had one, and I never use it, obviously, anymore. But I think I had it, and once I kept it, I just figured I'd keep it for selling it one day, maybe. But
that is pretty cool. I do not have a PS. I never had a PS1, so...
I am older than you, though. And I have older brothers that they were the ones that had the PS1, not just me.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, I still got my Wii. I still got that.
I never had the Wii. The Wii always felt like, and I'm not calling you this, but the Wii always felt like rich people stuff to me. I was like, my family would never get me a Wii. They would think I'm going to break it or something.
Really? Yeah, the Wii for me it's lasted like 18 years.
No, I mean, I don't know. My family just never, I mean, I think they saw the wands. They saw that you're able to kind of use your hands like that as a controller and just thought it might have been too expensive. I guess. And just never looked into it, you know?
I guess. Wii Sports, though, still one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah, I mean, loves playing tennis, love playing all those games. Yeah, the boxing was always fun.
Yes, I still got my Xbox 360. I got 2K12, 2K14. I got Madden 11. I got all that stuff still.
Man, my fantasy team is still projected. Oh, they're projected to win, but it's looking pretty tough here. I'm down by about 15. Still got a couple guys to play left, though.
Yeah, I got a lot more to play still, but let's see. I'm currently down 16 still. Jameer Gibbs doing pretty good. JSN doing pretty good.
I wanna let you know to flip your channel back to make sure you're on the Rams game. The kickoff just happened, so we are getting ready to get back into the second half. I'm sure they may be even be ready to snap the ball right now on your end.
Yes, they are here. Second and 10 now for this Rams team. See what they do here.
That first down.
Rubio said Rams red zone offense needs to step up. Yeah, they do. But also, I haven't really been in the red zone much. It's the offense in general that really needs. Says Rubio has 2 Xbox 360s. Okay, that's impressive. Stafford back to throw, though. Looks over the middle. What a catch by Devontae Adams. Almost another interception. Not a great ball at all, though, there from Stafford. But first down, Rams.
That first down play, by the way, a rollout. They're trying to take some of the Tennessee Titans offense into their offense here. Roll out for Stafford. Doesn't find anybody down the field open. Throws out of bounds. And then he finds Devontae Adams here on second down. So what you want to see. You want to see big-time players make big-time plays. Even though it was a bad throw from Stafford, not the best of throws. Weird side arm angle. Devontae Adams is the better player.
Yeah, Devontae, that was a great catch there on first down. Second and 10. First and 10, sorry. From the 47 of the Titans.
Wow.
Bunch of Williams. He's got nothing there yet again.
And I know you said that it was a tough throw from Stafford, and it kind of was. Kind of the only place that his receiver can get it, though. Incredible catch from Devontae Adams. Yes. Jason says the best Madden. Mine was 05. Oof. I don't know what the best one was. I don't remember. They all feel the same now, especially the last 10 years has been all the same.
Yeah, I'd have to look. I was like in preschool in 05, so I was not playing Madden just yet. So
I was about 7, 8, I think, at that time, and so I probably wasn't playing Madden necessarily, but I was playing some games back then. Still have 2 Xbox 360s. What a catch by Adams. Devontae. Rubio, agree with you. This is why we got Adams. Yeah.
Yes. Stafford with a pressured pass there to Higbee just to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage on second down. It's going to be third down and long here. Not yet in field goal range either.
Rams offense still just off kilter. They're not really looking confident. Stafford doesn't look comfortable, and it's not going to be his back or anything. It's just he just does not look like he has enough time for himself and what he really wants. As Tyler Higbee with a huge play to get back to the line of scrimmage, because that was almost going to be a loss of 3 or 4 yards there.
Stafford to Adams, wide open. Adams down inside the 20. Rams in the red zone. There was a flag on the play, though, so let's make sure this.
Don't love to hear that.
Let's see. They're conferring.
Jackson says, "I know, young fellas. Yeah, I'm feeling old, Jason, but I hear you. What a throw! What a catch from Devontae Adams. See what the flag is. See.
Defensive holding. This is going to stand.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Great throw, great catch. Just a nice little out route, or not really out route, I guess you would say, like a. But to find the opening in between the corner and the safety there from Devontae Adams, veteran move, of course, great route called as well. He's getting his water right now on the sideline. But, man, just a great catch overall. This is why you have Adams. You know, Puka not really having the best of games. You have another guy in Devontae Adams ready to roll on the other side and knows how to get open. Stafford knows how to get him the football.
First and 10 from the 19.
Wow.
Kyren breaks off a nice run there for around 7 yards up there to the 12. Second and 3. Finally, Kyren's getting some running lanes there from the O-line.
Very physical in that last play, which is why the flag was called. I think both guys kind of arm wrestling a little bit, but end up calling on the defense on Snead there. That flag.
Adams and Nacua both on the sidelines right now. Let's see if they come back in here for the second down and 3.
Both those
guys
guys
not look like it.
On the side, I'm expecting a run there.
Stafford to Williams. You're right with the run. Williams just gets enough for the first down. Going to be first and goal from around the 8.5-yard line.
This is what we needed. This is what we needed to start the second half. Jason Jackson, dude, Stafford is a stone cold killer. This is what you needed to see the team do coming out of the halftime. Just a rough outing on offense. They come out and say, nope, we're back. This is what we want to do here, and doing what they need to get done.
Yeah, that is true. Rubio said I'm 45 and we'll be 46 right around the Super Bowl. Well, that's kind of cool. Your birthday is right around the Super Bowl, 2-6. Hopefully the Rams win the Super Bowl as your birthday gift. Let's see. First and goal here from the 9. Stafford. Pass. Puka gets upended right away. Great play there. Gain of around 1.5. Great play by Woods. Not much room there at all for Puka right when he catches the ball. Coleman Shelton couldn't even block him. He sheds Coleman Shelton instantly to get to that tackle.
Selfishly want to see a Davante Adams touchdown coming up here in the red zone again. This is why you get the man. Great play, like you said. I'm watching right now.
Xavier Woods does have an interception. One of the 2 players to get an interception on Bo Nix. 3 interceptions already for this Titans defense on the year. Second and goal from the 8. Pressure. Stafford fires over the middle. That is going to be caught by Kyren Williams. Nice little running back route to the 2, so it's going to be third and goal from the 2.
Wouldn't be surprised if they try to punch it in here with this big offensive line. It is a good defensive line from Tennessee. Again, I want to see a one-on-one fade route to Davante just one time. Give me some reminiscence of my childhood with Megatron and Stafford.
Yes.
I'd love to see something like that happen.
I'd love to see. I mean, Adams a little bit of it, and that's going to be from the 3. Don't know about the spot there. I thought Kyren got an extra yard. Let's see Stafford adjusting the play call. Third and goal from the 3. Pressure from the Titans. It is to Adams, but it is incomplete. L'Jarius Snead knocks it out. I mean, that's what L'Jarius Snead's going to do, though. One of the best DBs in the entire league. Sean McVay wants a flag. Let's see if this was a flag. That's close.
Safety over the top a little bit.
Ball, but there was some holding.
Looks like some one-on-one coverage. Yeah, just go fade route to him. What's what I want to see here. He does go fade. They do throw it out. It's kind of more of an out route. I want to see more of just a fade to the corner of the end zone, you know?
I would want that.
Adams also wanted a flag, it looked like.
Yeah, it was close. Joshua Carty's on for the chip shot field goal, and that will go in. Tie game now, 13-13. 9:29 left here in this third quarter.
The ref was letting them play it out a little bit. I think what Adams wanted called was L'Jarius Snead did grab a top of his jersey around the shoulder pad area at his break. Kind of slowed Adams down a little bit. Didn't allow him to get the separation he wanted. So I think that's what Adams wanted called. It wasn't going to be a tough call for the ref to call that. So you're happy to get points here. A little bit surprised they don't just go ahead and try to go for it on 4th down. But you're down 3. Why not tie the game up? Let your defense, like Rubio just said in the chat. Rubio says, let's go, D. Yeah, I think Sean McVay and the whole team says, you know what? All right, let's tie this game up. Defense, get us the ball back, and let's continue to roll on offense. That's probably the route they're trying to take here. So I love that drive. But
yeah, that's the route they have to take. I liked that drive as well. I would have liked to have had a touchdown.
Sure.
There obviously, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see and just how this game continues with the Rams offense is playing. It's not great right now. That drive was a nice start. You had a nice mix with the run and the pass. So we'll see exactly how that goes throughout this game. But for this defense, they got to do a better job in the red zone.
100%.
Sure, because every time they've been able to get points, I mean, obviously the touchdown throw was just a great play. I don't think we're going to see a play like that for the rest of this game from Cam Ward, but you want to make sure you don't even have the opportunity to give up those plays.
100%, I do agree. I think keeping them out of the red zone, right? You saw them do a really good job of that last week versus Houston to be able to keep them out the red zone most of the game. And so that's kind of what we want to see here. The Rams defense back, ready to kind of be the dominant force. We talked about this all week. I think you even mentioned it in your videos this week, saying that the Rams are kind of a defensive first team, right? It's seeming like. As much as we were super excited about Davante Adams, we were excited about Puka Nacua and what this offense could do. The defense is leading the way for this team so far early in this year, and it may be something the team relies on throughout the season. Stafford waiting for the colder months to start playing well as we were used to him seeing play so well in December and January. But he started off okay so far. He looks pretty good so far, so I'm not really complaining about that. I just want to see more points.
Yeah, he looks healthy, all of those two teams. So for the Rams, you want this game to be a little bit easier, but we'll see here. The Rams, maybe the third quarter is their quarter. They pull away a little bit. Let's see. Low kickoff from Cardi. Fumbled a little bit, but Titans recover. They had a bad kick and punt return team recovery last time, and they do a lot better there as Jalen McCullough pushes the return man out of bounds. And they're showing the replay again. Oh, they're just showing a bunch of Cam Ward highlights.
Rubio asking, is Verse back? Can you let me know if you see him here out here on defense?
Let's see.
As I'm on delay here. What's the score?
Showing replays.
Mark, the score is tied up 13-13. It is about 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. So far, Tennessee with the football. Turnovers don't really help. Talking about Jason Jackson. Field goals hurts. They don't kill. I agree with you there. Jason Jackson wanted to kill them there with a touchdown, but it's okay.
No Jared Verse on the field for that first defensive play as well.
I'll hop on Twitter, see if we have an update for Jared Verse in the meantime.
Yes, definitely go look at that. It says Cam Ward here on this graphic already outpassed his yards from last week in the first half. Good improvement for Cam Ward, obviously, but you do not want that for the Rams this week.
Stu Jackson.
Ward back to pass.
Go ahead.
Chigakonkro close to a first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him here.
More touchdowns than last week, more yards than last week, better completion percentage than last week, less sacks than last week. Overall, Cam Ward having a much better week versus the Rams than he did in his first week versus Denver, which again, the Rams are a good defense, not as good as Denver, let's be honest there, but they are one of the best defenses in the league too, so they got to keep proving it and showing it. Cam Ward gets that first down pass there. I don't see Verse out there still, and this is Jared Verse standing on the sidelines with his helmet on, but it's Josiah Stewart in for him at the start of the drive for now.
Yes, he's in for now. Tony Pollard, by the way, just had a nice 9-yard run there. So 2nd and 1, the Rams' run defense hurting him a little bit on this drive.
Just now, Rubio all over it as well. Verse is back on the field.
Yes, I do see Jared Verse here in for the 2nd and 1. Running again to Pollard. Makes a nice little cut. Landman and Turner bring him down. Turner trying to force the ball out, but is unsuccessful there.
Again, not really what you wanted to see with this quarterback. Just looking a lot better than he did last week. He's looking more comfortable. The Rams didn't want to let him get a chance to even feel that. They have let him get that chance. This might be a Cam Ward coming out party. A little bit nervous to see that.
It might be. It was going to happen sooner rather than later. I mean, the number 1 pick, it's going to happen.
Just didn't want it to happen week 2 versus the Rams.
You don't want it to be against the Rams
exactly.
for this week. This is supposed to be more so of a let's tune up, get ready for the Eagles. A little end around here. See if the Rams are ready for it. They are. They only give up 5.
You know what, though? It is a little tune up for the Eagles, right? When you play a team that does give you a battle like this, you look at Tony Pollard, by the way, 15 rushes for 70 yards on today's day. Overall, the Rams are still not slowing the run down this year.
No, they're not. As CB says, Stafford being outplayed by Ward and Titans outplaying the Rams. I think Cam Ward's slightly outplaying Stafford, and the Titans as a whole, it's close. I think it's been pretty even. I would say the Titans have looked a little bit better so far today, but I don't think it's been a crazy outplaying. As Titans, they're going to be close to a first down there. That was Lockett.
It's kind of what we expected, though, from CB, right? Talking about Titans outplaying the Rams. You can't play down to your opponent. And we were saying get on them early. And it feels like the Rams kind of played down to their opponent a little bit today. Letting the Titans play a little bit comfortably, a little bit more comfortable than they should have. So the Rams have to deal with it.
They have, and the Titans are calling a timeout here. before this 3rd and 1. Let's see what play they're going to do. I definitely can see a QB sneak coming here yet again.
Tyler Lockett's so good at, I know he's said in the past, he avoids the hits. He's so good at that. You see him diving for a first down attempt, at least. And like you said, timeout here before the 3rd and 1. Overall, not slowing down this offense. Again, we talked about you didn't want to let Cam Ward be comfortable. He looks comfortable, and he's playing pretty well. He's got this offense rolling. And they're already, he's such a good leader. The Titans are already believing in him as a quarterback. They believe that he can be the leader for them to take them to a much better, I don't want to say promised land, but a much better land than they've been in Tennessee's history as of late. And so they believe in him already. The team believes in him. They're supporting him. So you get that mixed in with him playing well, and then the Rams not playing so well. It's a mix of a kind of an ugly storm for the Rams right now.
It is. And Pollard runs up the middle for the first down. And speaking of the Titans, they were in the AFC Championship game a few years back with Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry, and they were the #1 seed as well.
Yeah.
A few years ago, the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, when the Titans, I believe they sacked Joe Burrow like 8 or 9 times and still lost the game, which I think I saw something, it might have been like the most playoff sacks ever to lose a game.
Don asks, do the Rams have time to come back? It's a tie game right now, nothing to come back from at this moment. 13-13, about 5 minutes to play the third quarter. A lot of time in this the game to play some good football still for the Rams.
Pollard runs up the middle for about 4. You know what we can do right now to help the Rams come back?
What can we do?
You can like the stream and subscribe to the channel.
There we go. Like the stream.
That is what you can do.
Subscribe to the channel, and it'll give us some good juju out here for the Rams. Stafford is underplaying himself. From Rubio might be right there. He's not playing as well as we expect him to, for sure. Right? Who knows? Maybe the back is bothering him. Who knows?
Maybe. It hasn't seemed like it because he hasn't come up in pain at all. And then the throws he's been making, they haven't really been bad throws either.
Agreed.
Like some of it's been a little off, but none of them are like, well, Cam Ward goes down yet again. There is a flag on the play. And I believe that was Jared Verse. Let's see a replay on that. No, that was actually Byron Young yet again. Let's see what the flag is on.
Byron Young. Looking good. Strick says back to the same old Rams. Don't get too down on the team right now. They're okay. They're not playing too rough right now. As I saw, was it Byron Young? I see a number 10 out there. Is that a who gets the credit for that sack there?
Josiah Stewart getting his first career NFL sack.
There we go. What's the flag? The
flag was offensive holding, so the sack is going to stand.
Even with the hold, right?
3rd-and-13
Josiah
from the 41.
Stewart, Rubio says.
Yes, this could be a long field goal attempt if they don't get this. Jared Verse getting pressure. Cam Ward still on his feet. Dives forward for about 3. So this would be around a 58, 59-yard field goal attempt, and I believe the Titans are going to kick and not punt. Yes, they are going to go for this.
And this is a good hold for the Rams here. I know they're going to possibly kick a field goal here, but if it is a field goal, hey, like Jason Jackson said earlier, right? The field goals hurt, but they don't kill. And so it's not going to kill the Rams to give up a field goal here. You'll be down 3 with a lot of time to make up the rest of the game.
That is true. And yeah, you're right. I didn't see the full physique earlier, but yeah, Joey Slide is not missing. Wow. Yeah, he's not missing the gym here. 57-yarder. It's up. A little closer than I think the Titans thought to missing it, but he does get that one to go on the right side. 16-13, Titans lead. That's another fantasy pickup, by the way. He's been a pretty good kicker so far for these first 2 weeks.
Really has. It's a 50-yarder. I mean, depending on the league you're in, he's up over 15 points probably already.
He's got 3 made field goals. He made the extra point.
Up around 12. Yeah. I would say up around 12 points if you're a fantasy player. But overall, the Rams did a good job of slowing down the offense. I know it sucks to be down. Rubio says, damn it. I know it sucks to be down by 3 right now in this moment. It's a dogfight. We talked about it. The Rams weren't putting up points in the first half. Okay, they're going to have to battle against this Tennessee team. It's good. It's going to keep them on their toes. That's definitely a positive. I wanted to see a blowout. But, the Rams have to stay on their toes. They're going to play Philly next week, so you got to stay on your toes. You want them to be there now. They're down 16-13. There's still 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. The Rams have quite a bit of time. Raul says, where's Kyren? He's been there, involved here and there. The offense is not really playing super well overall. I think Stafford and Devontae have been really the keys to the offense this game. Puka kind of not really making too much noise. Tyler Higbee was making noise early, slowed down since, and Kyren, the run game, not really playing too well right now. So that's where it's at right now. What do you think the Rams got to do these last 3 minutes of this third quarter with the ball? What do they got to do here to make you feel more confident?
Again, it's getting the run game going with Kyren. Get Blake Corum a little more involved. I want to see them get Puka more involved. Puka hasn't done much really since the first quarter. Get the ball back to him. Let's see Tutu. Let's see Jordan Whittington. Whittington had over 100 yards of offense called back due to penalty. So he was supposed to have a pretty good game last week. So I'd like to see Jordan Whittington or Tutu get more involved as well. So I think the Rams just need to diversify that playbook a little more and try to go for some more offensive plays, some more creative plays, get that going more throughout this game. And I actually looked up Joey Sly's fantasy points here so that we know. Based on my league scoring, Joey Sly had 15 last week, and he's already at 14 this week. Third-ranked fantasy kicker, so might be worth picking him up if he's a free agent in your league.
Might be, especially if this is week 1 and week 2 of Tennessee's offense, right? They're only going to get better from here, you would assume, with a young quarterback getting more and more comfortable every single week. I think that might be the pickup of the week here.
Yeah, or Iomar as well. Iomar, the receiver.
I do have Brandon Aubrey in one league, so I guess I don't have to worry about Sly.
I got Jake Elliott, so I'm pretty happy with my kicking situation as well. So hopefully the Rams next week can hold the Eagles to a lot of field goals.
You know what, though? I do have Matt Gay in a different league, and I'm picking up Sly. I'm making it happen.
Yeah, I think that's Matt Gay's not. He's not bad though, but
he's been slow so far.
On the Rams Super Bowl team.
He's been slow so far. Might move on from him this week. Get some Sly in action.
Commanders did not look too great against the Packers earlier this week. Rams punt return, Blake Corum, kick return, I should say. Nice little return to around the 33. So Blake Corum taking more of the kickoff return duties this week over Jordan Whittington, which is a bit interesting.
Yeah, Jordan Whittington has so much speed. I would like to see him more involved, but it's fine. Blake Corum getting opportunity as well. Maybe he impresses there. Maybe he gets more opportunities on offense. Rubio says LFG number 9. Let's go offense. Let's go Stafford. Let's see what we can do. Let's be aggressive. No more. This team is not nothing to mess around with. Stop playing with your food. Go after there and attack this defense.
Yeah, I think that's what they have to do. Attack, attack, attack. Be physical. The Rams have a physical enough offensive line to do it. Let's see what they can do. First play from the 31. Stafford pressured again. Nice pass to guess who? Puka Nacua's back involved all the way down to the Titans' 46. 26-yard gain.
By the way, New Orleans trying to avoid their first 0-2 start since 2017. They score a touchdown versus San Francisco 49ers. We love to see that as it's a close game out there in New Orleans.
Huh. They went 0-2 in 17, really? That was one of the good teams. That's weird.
You would think.
Because that was when they had the Breeze. That was when before Michael Thomas got called Slant Boy and was one of the best receivers in the league.
Rubio Craig says Puka. Yeah, I agree. Puka, nice, great catch there to get that first down. Great drive starter there. Incredible.
Stafford again to Puka all the way down to the 23. Another gain of 20+.
I mean, is it that hard, right? Just find the best player. Yes, we love Devontae Adams. We love all these guys in the offense. Find your best player. Give him the football. I'm sure a lot of fantasy football owners who have Puka are excited to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Something that you want to see him. 200-plus receptions in their first 30 career games since 1970s. Puka Nacua and Odell Beckham Jr.
Puka Nacua up over 100 total yards on the day. Rushing yards, 45 for him on the day. You got the 50-plus receiving yards now after that long catch.
Run to Corum. Corum stays on his feet to around the 7. First and goal, L.A. Nice run there by Blake Corum, getting him more involved this week.
Like to see it. You want to see him get more involved. You want to see him get those opportunities. Why? Because he's hungry. Kyren Williams, he's paid. He's already good. He's chilling. Of course, he's hungry as well. But let's see Blake Corum, see what he can do. Get a guy who really wants to turn those legs.
Nice block there as well, by the way, by Tutu Atwell, getting him some extra yards.
Yeah, nice block on the outside for sure. Almost a touchdown if he just kept his balance. By the way, I've met Blake Corum in person. He is a small man.
Wait, you really? Where do you meet him?
I was at an event. I've worked for the Rams in the past, and I was at an event, like a community event, and he was there. And he's tiny.
Stafford to Higbee. Let's see. He's going to be close. Did he get in? Higbee's saying he got in, as you have to. I believe they're going to mark him out just short.
Love Tyler Higbee.
5.
I don't want to see a touchdown from Tyler Higbee right now.
I think he's out of the half-yard line. His hands down. Let's see. Actually, that might be in.
Higbee catch.
Well, they're not giving him the touchdown. McVay is talking to him. He's holding the flag. McVay is holding the flag, and he's going to challenge. Sean McVay going to use his first challenge of the game here on this play.
Watching the Higbee replay here.
Actually,
Higbee goes.
Davis Allen.
Davis Allen, actually. Okay, good. I don't mind if it's Davis Allen. But it looks like Davis Allen goes, dives, gets hit. He's out. I don't think he's in. I think the football has to be within that white line. He hits the pylon, but you don't have. If you hit the pylon from the
his body's not down.
From the
That's the
backside.
thing. His body is not down before the football hits the pylon.
Rubio and Craig said that's Davis Allen. Yep, they're reviewing it, Don. They are reviewing it. They challenged the play. It's very, very close, but you see how the football is on top and the outside of the pylon, not inside. I think that might affect the call here. Does anything touch out of bounds?
Let's review it.
They're
reviewing it.
They are reviewing it, Don. They are challenging the play here. I think if he had the football in his left hand, it would have been a touchdown. He had it in his right. He's diving over, falling to his right, gets pushed pretty hard out of bounds. It's weird. He hits the pylon, but he's not on top of it. He's kind of on the outside of it. I don't really know if that's going to be the case there. Rubio says, we want Fergie. Yeah, Davis Allen, Tyler Higbee,
Yeah.
They're getting involved on offense. Ferguson is not, but hey, it is what it is. We'll see if this is a touchdown. What would you call right now? Put it down right now. Touchdown or not?
This is tough. Like you're saying, he is falling to the right, not to the left. If he was falling towards if that football was in the other hand, I think it's a for sure touchdown as well. I'm going it's overturned. I'm going with the touchdown.
I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I think it's short. I think it's short an inch. The Rams going to go out there and hopefully no QB sneak, just feed it up the middle with Kyren or something. But it'll be inches to go for sure.
I wouldn't mind a QB sneak. Got Stafford in fantasy, get me a rushing touchdown. Wouldn't mind that.
I'm just thinking long term here. I'm thinking long term here, Josh.
That's also true. That is also true. Thinking long term as well.
If you're in the chat and you're watching the game at the same time, first of all, appreciate you watching the live stream and watching the game with us. Let us know. What do you think? Touchdown or not? Call it right now. I want to see you guys call it right now.
Call it in chat.
Touchdown or no touchdown?
If your team touchdown, type 1 in the chat. If you think it's going to be overturned, type 2.
There we go.
So
if it's short, type 2. If it's a touchdown, type 1. 1 for touchdown, 2 for it's short. And not what you want to happen. What do you think? What's your prediction on what's
what do you
happen?
actually think? The challenge, we have the ruling. Overturned. Touchdown Rams.
Sal says
Sorry,
1. Rubio
of
says
time to
1.
type.
Jason says 1. You guys typed all after it was announced, but hey, we'll give you your credit for sure. Andres says for sure. I'm not watching the game, unfortunately. And it's okay. It's okay, Andres. That's why we're here. We want you guys to be here to watch us explain what's happening in the game to you. Davis Allen reaches over very, very close. Don says review it. They review it, and they turn over that call. It is a touchdown for Davis Allen and Matthew Stafford, right, passing him the football.
Yes.
So great play from Allen to reach over, and this is what I talked about. I just talked about it in my video. Right, the Rams have tight ends: Kobe Parkinson, Davis Allen, Tyler Higbee. That's why I'm not concerned about Ferguson not getting involved. I don't think they needed a tight end. They got a tight end. They're gonna take their time getting him involved because ultimately they just didn't really need him, right? Necessarily yet, at least. And I think they're gonna need him to be slowly kind of work into the offense as the year goes on. I said it on my video, 5 to 10 snaps I'd expect him to play today. He might be under that today.
Yeah, he definitely could be. That was a big play, though, for the Rams. We're regaining the lead, getting up 20-16 here late in this third quarter. So
Yeah,
definitely something to keep an eye on there.
Craig had said, I think it's a tough call. Should have just get to the line and pound it in the middle and not challenge. Either way. Touchdown either way, but I hear you. McVay is screwing up. Run the ball. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. If the run game's not working, and you can't really do it. It is working a little bit. Kyren's not having too much success, but Blake Corum seems to have a little bit of success.
Yeah, he is. He is. Blake Corum's definitely having more success so far, at least yards per carry wise. And then Kyren, let's get these updated stats here for you right now. Blake Corum, 2 carries for 19 yards, 9.5 yards per carry. Again, small sample there. Kyren, 10 carries for 29 yards, 2.9 yards per carry. And if you look at the Titans' rush offense, Rams defense got a little better as this quarter's gone on. Let's see how the special teams looks. Let's see. He gets taken down by our favorite player, Troy Reeder, making the tackle there.
Jason says, fellas, just wait. The offense will come around. Yeah, no, I'm patient. Hey, 20 points, 20 points. You can't really get too mad at your offense scoring 20 points. I want to see some more here. Let's see a stop. Let's see a 3 and out. Let's see the offense get back on the field and score a touchdown.
Yeah, that is what they need to do. The Rams so far this quarter, 27 rushing yards given up. So not awful there. Not bad whatsoever.
By the way, I just realized I'm matching the Rams today with the jersey I chose. I like that.
Yeah, you are. Cam Ward rolls out. Throws, overthrown the receiver by about 10 yards there. Cam Kitchens, if he was a step earlier, probably could have gotten an interception there.
What you want to see here. That's what you want to see. Some overthrows. I want to see Cam Ward uncomfortable. I want to see him pressing. I don't want to see Stafford pressing. I want to see their rookie quarterback pressing. Andres says Devontae dropped about 4 balls. I think he could have caught those 4. I won't call. It's hard to call them drops when it's like not wide open. He's just dropping off his hands, you know.
I agree. I think a drop like the CD Lamb play when it was right in his hands against the Eagles, that's a drop. But
Exactly.
when it's not a for sure, oh, that's right in your hands, I wouldn't call that a drop. 1 second left on the play clock. Cam Ward gets it off to Pollard. See how the run defense looks here. He gets about 4. Decent run defense there as Spates comes in for the tackle.
By the way, Cam Ward, the rookie quarterback, kind of just bailing out your defense there. Wide open receiver for first down, and he just throws it over his head.
Yeah, it was wide open. Kitchens was about 10 yards behind him. And again, a step early. If he's a step earlier getting to that area, probably could have gotten a pick. But a little late getting over there. 3rd and 6 from the 14. No, from the 18, excuse me.
Big play here. Rams can make a stop. Get the Tennessee offense on the field.
CD, no hands, Lamb. Yeah, he leads the league in drops since 2020. Not great. Cam Ward pressured, throws it, knocked away by Darius Williams. Great play, incomplete.
What you want to see here from this defense, 3rd down, get off the field, give the ball back to Matthew Stafford in this offense. Let's go ahead and finish this game a little bit easier than it being a dogfight like it was early in the first half. Let's go ahead and make things happen here. The Rams can go up 27-16. You're a lot more comfortable in this game here.
Yes, and that was also Io Manor on that target. He caught the touchdown pass from Cam Ward, had the nice one-handed catch. So Darius Williams was really able to jump up and high point in that ball as well. Now Johnny Hecker, the former Ram, coming on for this punt from about his own 15. So the Rams could get good field position here. Fair catch made by Xavier Smith and a good punt there too. Getting them all the way back to the 25. Not as good a field position as I thought that was going to be.
We said Darius Williams and Emmanuel Forbes need to step up while Ahkello Witherspoon is out today, both making some big-time plays. That's the second breakup from one of the two today that we've seen a big play from both of them. So Darius Williams and Emmanuel Forbes, they are stepping up. Me and Josh would have loved to see them add more depth in this cornerback room, but hey, the guys they have in the room are stepping up when it matters most. Raul says, where's Kyren? We need a touchdown from him. They keep getting Blake Corum a little bit more involved. He's a little more efficient on offense for the Rams right now, so we'll see if we see more Blake Corum or if they can get Kyren involved here on this drive.
Let's see what they do. 3 seconds left here, last play of the quarter. They do go to Kyren. He gets about 3, as that's going to wind down the third quarter. 20-16, the Rams lead heading in to this fourth quarter.
Offense looking better, defense looking good there to get a stop. Of course, Cam Ward, maybe the rookie, might have bailed you out a little bit with a couple bad throws, but ultimately the Rams defense give them credit where credit is due. Devontae's drops have been in great coverage. Agree with you, Rubio. Yeah, that's why it's tough to say they're drops when you're covered like white on rice, if you will. It's kind of tough to expect Devontae to come up with these. Yes, he's a beast, and we know he can make those catches. but it's tough to expect it and call it a drop, right? Craig says, I am getting the new rivalry jersey, getting 2 of them. Wow, okay. What jersey
Like
you
that.
getting? Is it Adams? Is it Puka? Who you getting, Craig? Let us know in the comment section down below, or someone else.
Yeah, let's see. I'm hoping to get one soon as well. Hoping to get one soon.
Andres saying nice at a couple of the plays we were commentating here as the Rams are playing well to end this third quarter. Again, with the football in their hands, going to be, 2nd and 7 when they come back to start the fourth quarter. Rubio says LFG defense. Rubio also says number 9 time. Yep, hoping this offense can make some moves. Andres says nice, good to hear. I like Darius. Rubio says I'm calling at Adams TD on this drive. I could use that. In fantasy. Don't get me too excited out here, Rubio. I could really use that. I'm sorry. Yeah, Rubio. And then Andres says for sure.
It'd be nice to see Devontae get in the end zone. First touchdown as a Ram. Be cool to see that.
Yeah.
Be cool to see the Rams get a touchdown in anyway. But for your fantasy team, would be nice to have Devontae score.
Yeah. He's actually having a really good game, by the way. Fantasy-wise, 4 receptions, 84 yards for Davante Adams. 11 targets, by the way, for Davante Adams. I will say those 3 in the red zone were kind of ugly targets. But yes, 11 targets, just 4 catches. So that's not the most efficient day for Davante Adams. But again, we're seeing Stafford more confident in him. We're seeing that relationship grow and build. It's only going to get better from here. Already from week 1 to week 2 looks much better. We're waiting for it to continue to grow over the next few weeks. Joe Burrow, other news of the NFL, he is officially out of that game versus Jacksonville, so he's probably been dealing with some injuries. It looks like he was down on the ground. He left his left toe injury. Was questionable to return and then officially marked out later.
All right. Fantasy update for me. I'm down 9 currently. Trying to come back. Garrett Wilson, 1 catch. It's not great for me. I'm going against Devontae in fantasy, so you need him. I'd prefer a different player to get a touchdown. But, hey, Rubio in the chat says the rivalry jerseys look a lot better, nicer in person. I seen them at the other day at Pro Image. Bought my 3-year-old son a blue Puka jersey. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Jason Jackson says, I'm getting the Kevin Green midnight jersey. That's a cool one, too. A nice throwback as well.
Nice jersey there for sure, Jason. And then Rubio says, oh, yeah, same thing, rivalry jersey in person. Yeah, I looked at the rivalry jerseys. I've only seen them on images. They look better on the players than I feel like than they do with the fans, but at the same time, they still look pretty cool. I think their issue is that blue on the arm. It's not an issue. It just kind of throws it off a little bit. But it looks fine. I think it looks good. You guys let me know if you guys like those jerseys or not. CB says hit Devontae. Yep, that's what I'm hoping for.
Stafford on 3rd and 2 finds Nacua again to get around to the 48. First down there for the Rams. Speaking of some other games, Bills are up 30-3 on the Jets. Not a great performance there for that seems like a Bills tradition ever since Josh Allen's come into the league. Just have fun against the Jets.
My dad is in my fantasy league, and that's so funny. Every year, we're like, he makes these weird mistakes, and you just kind of tell him that let us help him. Ultimately, he ends up a beast, and he's 1-0, second in the league in points, and he has Puka Nacua on his team, so he's having a pretty good day, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Kyren slips in the backfield there, going to take a loss. Lost his footing. Rubio, Burrow was dancing with Purdy. I don't know. I don't think he was. I think he got rolled up on there. And Jason said we've always had hunters on the ends. Yeah, we've always had the Rams since I've been watching the last 20-ish years. Obviously, going back even earlier too, have had good D ends as well. Stafford on 2nd down avoids the pressure, slips, and they're going to call that a sack. Although he did slip, nobody took him down. Don says, what's the score? It's 20-16. Rams are currently up here with around 12 minutes left to go in the game.
CB says line, no holes for Williams, I think is what he's trying to say. I think that's the issue right now with Kyren. He's not really had many holes to fit in. There's not really anything for him to go through when he gets the opportunities. As you said, Stafford did slip, and it was a sack. Great pressure there from the edge for Tennessee. Not great for the Rams' offensive line there.
No. Jeffrey Simmons on that pressure yet again. 3rd and 19 now. Need a deep one here. Get it to Kyren. Going to pick up around 10. Not going to be close enough to go for it. So the Rams are
Devon,
going to pump it. Flag. Let's see what the flag is. Stafford's coming up limping.
on that previous play, by the way, I'm sure it's going to be a quarterback hit, but late hit. But Devontae Adams was wide open before Stafford slipped and fell.
Yes. Let's see who the play is on. There's actually no flag on the play. They picked it up.
I don't know. They hit Matthew Stafford very low. Watching that play live again, they hit him at the ankles, which is what they were going to call roughing the passer. That's why Matthew Stafford's limping. Looks like his left ankle might have been banged up a little bit. Yeah. Matthew Stafford asking for the flag. He's pretty upset, but they're picking the flag up, not calling it. Don't know if that's the right call there. If you're going to protect the quarterback, you got to protect the quarterback at all times. He got hit below the knee at the ankle. Full body dropping on that ankle from Jeffrey Simmons. Diving all bottom. Oh, luckily Stafford looks like he's going to be okay. No ankle twist or anything like that. But Jeffrey Simmons with a good play there.
Definitely, that looked like a flag there to me. Definitely hit him low. And by the way, that was Sean Dolak with the really nice special teams tackle there as well.
So 20-16, about just under 12 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. The Rams defense still needs to make a play here. They cannot allow a touchdown and get the Titans a go-ahead touchdown. Don, yes, what's the score? Jason says don't sleep on Generation X, fellas. Yeah, Jason. Honestly, I think Generation X, by the way, I think they have the best generation. They were able to live young enough to, like, no phones, old enough to, like, no phones, and, like, you know, like, no, like, they lived outdoors, and then young enough to enjoy the phones and stuff and technology now, you know?
No, I think millennials better, man. I'm for sure.
No, my dad, think about it. My dad was 20 when the 90s were rolling around. When Michael Jordan was playing, doing his thing, my dad was in his 20s. And then now my dad's 50. I mean, he uses an iPhone. He's on fantasy football. Like, my dad's enjoying technology still. I think he enjoyed the best of both worlds, in my opinion. But you let me know how you feel, Jason, if it's Generation X is the best or if you think another generation is better. CB says Stafford always a problem. I don't know if that's necessarily the issue. We have the edge, the cornerback, defensive back kind of rushing in there to get a sack on him, and then that second one just kind of getting hit low. I think it's okay. LFG defense from Rubio, yep. And then Jason says, my guy, much love. You don't, yeah. I'm just saying. You know, my dad's part of that Generation X. I think it's a pretty solid generation.
Yeah, it's solid. It is solid. I just feel like millennial, because with millennials, you have the peak gaming, too. That's kind of why.
I think that's what you're thinking from that perspective, huh?
That, as well as music, I think the millennial, like, they had the best party. Like, the 2000s club music, whew.
We are on commercial break here, Don. I know you're listening for some live updates. We'll try to update the score for you a little bit more as we go through. But overall, I wish the Rams could have scored there. Kind of allowed this game to be less of a nerve-wracking finish to this game. But overall, not playing too poorly here.
Jason said, not better, fellas, just a little different. Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
Definitely was different.
Dropping some bars, Jason. I like that.
He is.
Not
Ashley,
better.
Let's go Rams.
Different.
Let's go Rams. We agree with that, Ashley.
Going back to around the league a little bit. Are you
30?
Okay, we back?
Yes. Yes, up to the 30 on that run with Pollard, 2nd and 8. See, Ward didn't drop back. Pollard, 19 rushes for 83 yards. Don says 90s and 2000s had best game systems in music. Yeah, I fully agree. Cam Ward from the 29, 2nd and 8. Getting pressure from Byron Young, and the ball is out. It's a fumble. Let's see who recovers. Rams recover it, and look who's on top of it again. Nate Landman all the way down to the half-yard line. Let's see if they rule him down earlier, though.
The Landman with the fumble recovery.
Touchdown there, though.
Let's see here who gets that pressure. Josiah Stewart out there as well for you on defense. Byron Young just gets the great hand on the football with the sack. Nate Landman just flying in out of nowhere, getting that fumble recovery. Nearly a touchdown, by the way. He probably was down on contact, but still. Nearly ran it back to the end zone. Fumble recovery, Rams. Looks like it's going to hold up. I don't see any flags in the field.
That's a fumble.
Clear fumble. Byron Young just gets his hands beautifully on the football, knocks it out, down about 5 yards. See a couple Rams fans in the stands in Tennessee looking happy there, look like a father and daughter. That was cool.
Say
Cam
Rubio
Moore not even looking.
Contact. Let's see where they mark.
Not even looking at the football. Josiah Stewart might have kicked that football up towards Nate Landman on accident. Ends up being a perfect accident as Landman's able to recover the football. Does he get knocked down, touchdown right away? He does get touchdown right away. So right when he recovers the football, he is touchdown right away. Nate Landman going to get the Rams the football in the red zone, it looks like, for the Rams offense. Turnover. It's a fumble. There's no question about it, Don. It's a fumble. Down by contact right away. Jason says yes. Ashley Wood says Rams best D in the league. We bend but don't fold. Rubio says Byron Young is playing with his hair on fire. That might be your best edge rusher this year so far. And no disrespect to anybody else. That's just how good Byron Young has been playing. Byron Young and Landman again. Is that our nickname, yes. Josh Squared?
I mentioned that right when I actually joined. I mentioned that as a nickname potentially. 2nd and 7, though, for Stafford. This could be to break the game open here a little bit for this Rams team. Key turnover. I'm also going against the Rams defense in fantasy. Some good turnover in real life, but for fantasy, not great. Pass there to Whittington. Only picks up about 2, but nice to see him get a catch, and Whittington's going to stay down for a little bit.
Yeah, Whittington was actually
has a Step Brothers t-shirt on. I hope you see this graphic soon because it looks pretty cool.
Whittington was on the field that last possession as well when Kyren had that 3-yard gain, so nice to see him involved in the offense. No,
have you seen the shirt?
Not seen the shirt yet. That's how far behind I am, by the way.
Oh. Where's the PI or hold on Puka? You might be a little ahead of us there because I have not seen that play yet. I don't know what you're talking about, Rubio.
Byron Young. Oh, it was a previous play. Byron Young with that Step Brothers shirt with Jared versus hilarious.
Stafford goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Devontae. Gonna help you out there.
Red zone threat. Why do you pick up Davante Adams? He's your red zone threat. He's going to be your guy in the red zone. Throw the football up. Davante Adams is there somewhere. I mean, they're out at about the 17, 16-yard line. Throw the football up. Davante Adams with the touchdown. You love to see it. I'm watching here live. Pressure up the middle. One-on-one coverage. What are you doing, Tennessee? You can't do that when we're talking about one of the greatest receivers of all time, Davante Adams. Touchdown.
Yes, 104th career receiving touchdown, 10th all-time in NFL history. As we mentioned, one of the all-time greats. So Joshua McCarty on here for the extra point, which is actually a longer attempt than both of his field goals were. When he gets to that one to go. Andres Garcia says, nice to hear. Yeah, great play there, 27-16. Now, Rams broken the game open a little bit here with just under 10 minutes left to go. That might be enough to seal the victory. What do you think?
Stafford falls back. His hands are up. He's just praising everything. He's talking a little bit of smack to the defender as well. Overall, he's happy to see this offense up 27-16. This might seal the game if the defense can hold up and do their job. Hold them. No more touchdowns the rest of this game from Tennessee. Rubio, you did call it, by the way. We saw you call it at the top of that drive. I mean, I guess it wasn't really that same drive, but you did say Davante Adams next up touchdown. You called that. Ashley says the D just getting out the bed. The league gonna have a problem this year. These boys, I mean, grown men. I mean, I agree with you, Ashley. I mean, you're looking at this defense. We're talking about a team that hasn't even seen Jared Verse at his best in terms of going at getting the quarterback, getting after the quarterback. He hasn't really put up the sack numbers that you anticipate and want to see him kind of really complete, right? Braden Fisk as well, not really making as much noise that we anticipate them to do. Yeah, Byron Young is there saying, don't worry, guys, I got it. Hold my beer. If we're talking about someone who's a player of the game so far, Jason Jackson and fellas told you about Agent Zero. You did tell us, Jason, about Agent Zero, and Agent Zero is balling. Might be the player of the game. I mean, I don't even want to say might be. I think player of the game for you on defense. On offense, Davante Adams. Are you kidding me? How could you not
definitely. Yeah, how can you not be? That was an amazing play there as well. Yeah, Agent Zero's looking great. Manuel says, just got home from church where I lead worship in time to see the fumble and touchdown from Adams. Yeah, great. Yeah, good. A good thing to get home from church from. Hopefully you had a good service
Honestly,
there today.
honestly, Manuel, you didn't miss much. The rest of the game was getting a little frustrating, and ugly, to be honest. They started to pick it up. That fumble and touchdown was probably the highlights of the game. So great time for you to be there, Manuel. Watch that game. And then Andres says, "What's the game time?" I believe we're at about 8 to 9 minutes left in the game. Am I off on that?
Yes, yes. I'll double check that for you right now.
But
Andres, there's 9:40 left in the game.
9:40 left in this game, and so still a lot of football to be played. Don't get me wrong. The defense still has to go out there and do their job, and the offense, don't be afraid to put more points up on the board. But overall, man, this team is really looking good now. And this is kind of what we were talking about, right? It's not that the Rams were playing super poorly in the first half. It's just that this is kind of how we expected the game to go. I wanted to see the offense be a little more aggressive. I wanted to see the offense be a little more, what's the word? Successful, I guess. And the defense, I wanted to see them get after the quarterback a little bit more. I wanted to see a sack fumble. I wanted to see that earlier in the first half. It didn't happen until the second half. Okay, no big deal. Ugly first, not the best first half. Great second half so far for the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams have looked a lot better in this half, defensively, offensively. Good kick there to around the 5. Got to return it. Oh, upended early on in his return. Was that Xavier Smith there with the nice tackle? Okay.
Here's what you love about the Rams and the guys that they find, right? Even if it's a small special teams play, Xavier Smith, doesn't matter. He's going to play hard. This whole team, give credit where credit is due. Sean McVay is going to get this team ready to play in all facets. Give credit to the coaching staff, of course, all around. But
Coaching staff is awesome.
Xavier Smith, incredible play to slow that down because he was running with a full head of steam there. Could have got a good 10, 15 more yards. Saved it from Xavier Smith.
Manuel says, what's up, Ramley? What's up, Manuel? There's a flag here. And the Giants, by the way, game break here. Just took.
Josh is lagging on my end. I don't know if he's lagging for everybody else's end as well. But if he is, he was going to say, I think, that Cam Scatabo gets the Giants the lead for the Giants in Dallas, playing the Cowboys, 23-16, for those who want to see some other game updates. I don't hear Josh on my end. If you guys hear him, let me know if I'm going crazy. But I think he's slowed down, lagging out a little bit. We'll see if you can get him back shortly. Dresses, thanks for being honest. Yes, this half is way better. Manuel says, what up, Ramley? And then Andres says, game changers. We'll see if we can get Josh back on here. You guys let me know if you guys can hear him. Josh, you back? I think you're back.
Oh, was I lagging?
You were lagging a little bit. I don't know if it was lagging for everybody, but for sure for me it was, which I'm assuming for everybody it was then too. Jason says, I've been waiting for shoot my whole life. I want the Rams to lead the league in total defense. Craig says, "Yup, Cam Ward Cam touchdown for the Giants. Yeah, Cam Scatabo touchdown for the Giants."
That's an incomplete pass there from Cam Ward on 3rd and 15.
Chig looked like he wanted to catch that one. I don't think it was intended for him. Buffalo Bills demolishing.
Jared Verse gets the hit there late. Yeah, Buffalo and New York. Detroit's up 44-14 as well now on the Bears. Ben Johnson revenge game not going the way he planned.
Perfect example right there of Jared Verse, right? Why you're not too worried about his sack numbers. He put all the pressure on Cam Ward on that last play. Yet Cam Ward got the football out, incomplete pass, but Verse was there right on his back.
Cam Ward throws that one out of bounds, incomplete. Nice pressure again there from the Rams. Going to punt here. Points here, and I think if the Rams score a touchdown here, this game is over.
And they really don't have to be super aggressive. It's really just getting first downs. That's what I want to see this drive. First down, first down, first down. Great job to get off the field from the defense. The offense for Tennessee, they're looking better this week than last week, but ultimately the Rams maybe a little bit too much to handle when it's all said and done for this young quarterback. Nothing really doing there. Cornerbacks holding up more in the second half. Overall, a lot of great adjustments in the second half for the Rams on both ends.
Yes, Jason just said with the sprinkle of Stafford, we could win the Super Bowl easily. Yeah, I agree. Xavier Smith tackled there quite early on the return. Andres said that's a big ask. The team is looking a lot better already than last season, but it's a long season and it's early. It is early. It definitely is early. Well, we'll see how well they play, but great special teams tackle there by the Titans on Xavier Smith. Literally right when he caught the ball, too.
Still decent field position. You're going to be about the 34-yard line or so, 33-yard line looks like. So decent field position. The Rams are hunting first downs right now. First down, first down, first down. Just keep hunting those first downs. That's all the Rams need on this drive. Keep the possession out of Tennessee's offense, and you'll be fine.
Yes, right now, I don't know about you, but I'm watching a Bradley Cooper-led commercial here for Wingstop.
Yeah. Uber Eats, it looks like.
Yeah, oh, that's making me hungry.
Looks like Kenneth Walker, for any Seattle owners out there, Kenneth Walker rushes to the left side for a touchdown. He's at 18 fantasy points in my league, 13 rushes, 105 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown for Kenneth Walker. Also 13 receiving yards on the day. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the Lions are dominating. Detroit up 45-14 with Amon-Ra having 8 receptions, 111 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. Love me some Amon-Ra there. By the way, you want to hear my fantasy name in that league that has Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Yes.
Slightly inappropriate. I'm on drugs. I'm
All
on
right.
drugs. AMON. I'm not actually, but it's a funny name to play off his name.
It is. That is a funny name there. Let's see.
Davante Adams, 13 targets in the day, 6 receptions, 106 receiving yards for your Rams. And an opportunity here to add more fuel to the fire. Can they finish this game out strong? The offense is obviously going to be out there. We'll see what they can do out here. Looking at some more comments here. Craig says, let's break it even more wide open with another touchdown. Jason says, so Raw verse is going to be a scary guy when he figures it out. Yeah, I think he's already figured it out. His motor is just so high. Like you saw that play right there. He got blocked, almost drops down to his knees because he's getting stuffed, and then spins out of it and still puts pressure on Cam Ward because of how much his motor just wants to keep going. Ruby says TD on his drive, and this game is in the refrigerator. Agreed there. Ashley Wood says we got Philly next week. Guarantee a victory. Guarantee a victory, Ashley. I love the confidence.
I like the attitude.
I like the confidence, like the attitude. Rubio says Amon-Ra is a Trojan legend. Yeah, talk about LA. LA connection. Amon-Ra, Trojan legend, now going to be a Detroit legend because he is playing really well.
And modern-day high school legend as well.
There you go.
From the Orange County area. Yes, Stafford throw there to Puka. Puka gets hit hard, drops the ball. That's an incomplete pass. And also we have some college football news here as well in California. UCLA has fired head coach Deshaun Foster after going 0-3 to start the year. Nico Yamalava has not looked great there at all, and UCLA has not looked good to start the year. I know you're a UCLA fan. What do you think about that?
I'm trying to be. So Rubio brought up USC. I was a USC fan my whole life, and then I went to college, didn't go to USC, and then my brother went to UCLA. So I'm trying to force UCLA fandom here. I know UCLA is playing absolutely awful to start the year, so I'm not surprised to see their coach is fired.
Yeah, they're not looking great. Yamalava, I thought he was going to look great, but he has not looked good at all. By the way, Blake Corum there runs for about 15 on that first down. I'm a Trojans fan. We're 3-0 right now. We're looking pretty good. We play Michigan. Soon they play Michigan. So that should be a good one. USC Michigan coming up here in a couple weeks.
Blake Corum nearly went off for a touchdown there. If he would have just got through those arm tackles from the safeties, that would have been great. Rubio says, big Blake. Manuel says, all right, Blake, let's go. Yep, Blake Corum getting more involved. He's only going to get more snaps from here because Kyren Williams.
Stafford deep to Winnington. Sorry to interrupt you, but Stafford deep to Winnington, almost at the 10 already.
No, I just was going to say Kyren Williams, he's going to lose some snaps in his next couple of games. You don't have Blake Corum in your fantasy league. Make sure you look to pick him up because he's getting a lot more snaps as this game goes on. Jordan Winnington with a great grab. The Rams offense is rolling now. They're rolling now.
Yes, it is, and this is what we want to see heading into the game again.
I think Josh was going to say heading into the game versus Philly there. It looked like you might have cut out for a second, but
It's
agreed.
Philly. Manuel says Ashley says, I love my Rams for life, St. Louis Rams. Oh, you grew up as a St. Louis fan. That's interesting as well. And this snap is blown. Let's see what happens here.
By the way, on that play to Jordan Whittington, real quick, Stafford had a defender in his lap as he threw that ball down to Jordan Whittington. So give his credit where credit is due. Incredible throw from Matthew Stafford. Yes, Whittington was basically wide open, but incredible throw with the defender right in his face.
Yeah, he looked awesome there. Jason Jackson says, who's your favorite Rams player of all time? I'll go first. I got two. Two that I can pick from. Number one, Todd Gurley, my first ever pick in fantasy. Makes sense. Obviously a real life on the Hall of Fame ballot. I don't think he'll get in because he didn't have enough enough snaps, or enough seasons, but definitely my favorite. And also Corey Littleton as well. Corey Littleton definitely up there too. Great linebacker for the Rams, part of the first Super Bowl team. Amazing special teamer as well. Just brought the effort, brought the energy. Kyren down to the 3, going to be second and short. Down to the 2, I should say. Who's your favorite, Josh?
Jason says mine is Willie Flipper Anderson. My favorite, Todd Gurley is a great name to pull. That definitely around the era that I was really into watching them play. But then also, it's hard for me not to just the legend of Aaron Donald, the ring, the pointing to ring me in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's just incredible. As Blake Corum getting that work in almost at the 1 yard line there. Looks like 2 yard line. He's looking really good today. But Aaron Donald, also, I mean, the point to the ring me is such a legendary moment.
It definitely is. Stafford looking to pass. Still looking. And he's going to throw it away. He had an open running lane, but did not take it. Rubio say Cleveland, St. Louis, and LA are all brothers and sisters and horns in one huge herd. Yes, we are. Anyone from any city. Ashley said London Fletcher.
What a pull. What a pull, Ashley.
Yeah. Eric Dickerson as well. Another name. Another name for me. This is another name for me is interesting. Torrey Holt.
Jason says Rams offense on fire now. I was waiting for Josh to get back. He lagged out a little bit again, it sounds like. My favorite, Marshall Faulk. We got a lot of Marshall Faulk. Eric Dickerson. Love to see those. Aaron Donald, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce.
Yeah, definitely Eric Dickerson is up there as well. Marshall Faulk.
I was going to say, one of my favorite Rams players that was just happened to be one of my favorite players in the NFL ever. He wasn't good with the Rams. Allen Robinson II was always one of my favorite players. I loved him in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I wanted him to succeed so much in LA. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, so the touchdown Rams. Blake Corum gets into the end zone. 33-16 lead.
Yeah, Jason says Rams offense on fire now. Yes, they are. They really are on fire. Blake Corum even getting involved on this as well. And so ultimately, you're sitting here looking at Kyren Williams. His snaps may drop a little bit, as the season goes along. Not in a bad way. Just getting Blake Corum more involved, which is what we want to see anyways.
Yes, it is. Another one of my favorite Rams players is, this is a poll. I don't know if you remember him from the first Super Bowl team. Cornerback LaMarcus Joyner.
Oh, that's a good poll.
If you remember him.
That's a good poll.
If you remember him, when the Rams did their training camps down in Orange County, I used to go every year. The extra point is blocked, though. This ball is all the way towards midfield, and the Titans are going to have good field position, but I don't know if it's enough. But that is definitely a rare sight to see. But, yeah, LaMarcus Joyner, for me, I talked to him multiple times. Really cool guy.
That's awesome. By the way, on this extra point, real quick, just to make a note, just because it was blocked, it doesn't matter. They're still going to go to a regular kickoff, so it won't affect their field position.
Oh, that is good to know. Is that Blake's first NFL touchdown? I believe it is. I don't know if he scored it all last year. We can look at that. Good play, though, by the Titans special teams. To get
the only hope there was he runs it back and they get a couple points off of it. That's it.
Yeah.
John Fossil, man. Bones.
Yeah,
doing his job out there. Doing his job out there in Tennessee.
Great coach with the Rams. Good coach with the Cowboys, and now he's on the Titans as well. Let's look up
By the way, we've been talking
Blake
about
Corum here.
Terrence Ferguson, right? You want to see him get snaps. You want to see him earn more playing time. Maybe he gets some snaps here on offense to end this game. But the biggest thing from Terrence Ferguson, what does he do? He chases down the defender right there. He didn't give up on the play. He turned around, noticed the snap was blocked. He sprinted down the field and tackled the Titans player. If he didn't make that tackle, the Titans get 2 points there, easy points. Off the return. So shout out to Terrence Ferguson. Again, these players, they play hard no matter what. He's not getting opportunities on offense. Turns around, makes a great play on special teams to stop the Titans from scoring there. Yes, is it saving the game? Probably not. But it definitely is helping save the Rams from 2 more points here. Good hustle from Terrence Ferguson. That's what you want to see out of the young guy, earning some snaps. Rubio, Action Jackson.
Name.
Go ahead.
I have another name.
Go ahead.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say Steven Jackson.
There you go.
Rubio beat me to it.
Rubio beat you to it.
Rubio beat me to it. Jackson, really underrated career, by the way. That was like 7,000 yard seasons or something. Really underrated. Cam Ward pass to Ridley has been pretty quiet today, close to the first down marker. Becca has thoughts, said, I got to see them. My first game with my dad. Monday Night Football versus the Niners in 87, I think. Crazy. Jason said, love Steven Jackson, but the Rams weren't a good team at the time. Too bad. Yeah, the Rams were not great when they had Steven Jackson. He was like one of their only good players. Chig slips out of bounds there on that first down carry.
Floyd says, I don't think it's going to be enough, and I could not be happier to see Blake Corum get a touchdown here today. I really wish that he would be put in the starting position above Kyren Williams. They just paid Kyren Williams. The Rams don't really focus on their contracts of guys in terms of playing time, but I think you're going to still see Kyren heavily involved. I just want Blake more involved. That's all.
Yes. And Tony Pollard runs there for the first down. Rubio says the Deacon. Yeah, Deacon, really good player too. So Cam Ward passes on 1st and 10. Over the middle there. That's to Chig, who's going to get around 7 yards there. Cam Kitchen's in there on the tackle. And Ashley has said Blake's first touchdown of his career. Yes, I looked that up too. Yeah, congratulations to Blake Corum. Awesome run. Well deserved. Because last year he dealt with the injury. Didn't really get too many carries, but this year he's been looking a lot better.
Agreed, 100%. He's just looking smoother, looking more confident in reading the defense.
Pressure for Ward, and runs out of bounds for a loss. Josiah Stewart leading the pack there.
I never understand why quarterbacks don't just throw the ball out of bounds there.
Unless if you're Lamar Jackson, I don't understand it either. Like if you're Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, or someone like that, yeah, you can take off and run, or Josh Allen, or Hurts. But like if you're not, you got to throw that out of bounds.
Rams are up by quite a bit, and so therefore, everyone in the comments still talking about their favorite Rams of all time. I really love seeing everybody just kind of dropping the more and more obscure names as they can as they get along here. But no, overall, man, I mean, a lot of great players in Rams history for sure. I'll tell you what, though. Go ahead.
They turned it 4 for the Titans, I should say. They pick it up, and former Ram Van Jefferson catches that one for the first down.
What a name there. But I will say this. There's a lot of Rams fans currently on the roster right now that are easily becoming some of my favorite players.
Yes.
Hard not to love Stafford, right?
Titans. Everyone loves Stafford. Cam Ward flips it, pulls on Mahomes. I said it again. Shoot. Flips it. That really was the Mahomes play.
Josh Collinsworth over here comparing every good quarterback play to Mahomes. No, but I see what you're saying. That definitely is a Mahomes-esque.
That literally was the Mahomes throw.
Brett Favre-esque, if you will. Seen Brett Favre do one of those things before?
Maybe
my goodness.
Kurt Warner.
I will say that was literally Mahomes, though.
That literally was. I got to stop, though. I'm bringing the Christmas. It's not good.
What a throw there from Cam Ward on the ground, flipping the ball up, nearly intercepted by the safety there as well, but still, great play there.
I think Sean McVay is saying he's over the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they're going to do. The Rams are challenging this. I believe he's saying he was above the line of scrimmage. He was over it. Let's see. It's close. It's definitely close.
I think it's where his foot took off.
No, I think it's any part of your body. As long as like any part of your body's behind, I think you're or if your arm's behind. Let's see what the challenge ends up being here.
Interesting for McVay to really be into this play specifically. I know it was a first down.
Well, it's because they can score here. They're at the 17.
Very
See
interesting.
Ward, quick throw to Van Jefferson again for a first down. So it looks like the call did stand.
Jason Jackson says, yeah, go ahead.
Ramley? Yeah, that's the goal. We're going to do streams every week. We got a little better on the tech today. Hopefully next week it gets even better.
We're going to get even better every week, Jason. It's going to be more fun, hopefully we can get some more things involved going on here. Maybe raffles or something. I don't know. Who knows throughout the season. Just different things we want to do. Maybe we play some games, some trivia, things like that. We definitely going to get more and more fun here on the live stream. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live streams, any of our daily Rams content. Jason, you didn't answer earlier. What time is it for you out there? Are we approaching that 9 p.m. mark over there for you?
Let's see here. 2nd and 10. Titans get nothing there. Good stop there by Quentin Lake. 3rd down here. Looks like this game, the Titans are at least going to get a field goal here, but I think it's going to be too little too late here. 3rd and 10. Jason Freeze says, Ramley, Hart, love it. Thank you. We love you as well, Jason. Thank you for watching and chatting.
Jason
3rd down.
Too. Both Jason saying.
And Ward, incomplete. Nobody home over there. Rubio said this is fun. Thank you, Rubio. We're hoping everyone enjoys it here. 4th down and 10 now for the Titans. They're going to kick this, make this a 14-point game here.
Becca says, I'm here for it. Glad I found y'all today. Yeah, I'm glad you found us too. Hopefully you stay tuned with us. Like I said, we're having fun with it for sure. A couple things I want to definitely improve on. I'm on a 30-second delay still from Josh. I want to make sure we're on more of the same page, but it's all good. We're working through these kinks for sure. Jason says, hey, mate, 9. It's 9 p.m. over there for Jason. Shout out to you watching for us, 10 a.m. games. You're watching the 10 a.m. games over at 6, 7, 8 p.m. for you over there, Jason. Yeah. So shout out to you out there in Scotland. Manuel says,
Joey Fly.
You two are more than enough. It's nice to have you both of you at the same time. Appreciate you, Manuel.
Yes, thank you, Manuel. We appreciate you. Joey Sly hits the field goal, 33-19. Rubio said, that's cool too. I know basic Spanish. I know enough to be okay. I'm not fluent in it, but I know some basics.
You know what? I'm not. I'll admit to everybody here in the chat now. I'm not fluent in Spanish, even though I look like I should be. I am not, and I'm not proud to say it, but I'm not.
Hey, you got time to learn. Get on the Duolingo. You're good.
I've been on the Duolingo. It doesn't work very well. You got to just kind of immerse yourself in a Spanish community to really kind of
pick it up. That is true. I had a friend in college who actually minored in Spanish, and he had a streak of 500 days in a row of Duolingo.
And it would
be such a big deal. It would be such a big deal. He'd literally have to send us a photo in the group chat, be like, "Did my Duolingo today?"
Let me guess.
Onside kick happening though here. The kick must be declared, and this can occur in any quarter. The kicking team must be trailing. So onside kicks have not. The last successful onside kick was 2013, week 15 against Arizona for the Titans. So we'll see.
Oh, for Tennessee. I was like, that can't be right. That can't be the last onside kick ever.
And the Rams, this was a close one, but the Rams do recover it there.
How much time do you have on the clock on your screen?
We got 2:39, 33-19. Jason said 4 p.m. East Coast near Philly here. Nice. Eagles obviously coming up in the 1 o'clock window. Should be an amazing game. Eagles-Chiefs. Rubio said, I know enough to get by. That's cool. Manuel says, "Don't worry, Josh. I get the stink eye every time when I say I don't speak Spanish."
Yep, you get that. I get the same thing. I don't mind. I'm used to it now at this point, but it's just like I'm more disappointed in myself now at this point. If anything, I'm like, I should know Spanish. You're right. Be mad at me. I don't care. I did want to say Jason said 4 p.m. East Coast. Jason, give us your opinion down right now. How do you feel about the East Coast time? Are you jealous of the West Coast? We watch these games at 10 a.m. We're approaching 1 p.m. here. We're watching the 1 p.m. game of Slate's coming up soon. Let me know how you feel about that, Jason, down below. How you feel about our time zone. Are you jealous, or do you like the East Coast time zone? Other Jason Jackson says, dude, we all just need this in life. Just talk, laugh, and learn. Yeah, shout out to you. Jason Jackson's been dropping a lot of bars here in today's chat.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Jason Jackson.
Yes, Jason, putting the motivational quotes in there. Maybe
Kyren.
you're the reason. Heck.
Kyren, he saw what Blake Corum was doing. He said, you know what? Hold on. Hold my beer. Don't take my snaps away. Kyren Williams with a nice 13-yard gain around there.
And the Rams have 424 total yards of offense now, which is quite impressive considering where they were at the first half mark, not looking great. The second half, the Rams have looked a lot more like how we expected them to look throughout the entire game. Hand off again. Williams, nothing there.
In case you were wondering, by the way, the Detroit Lions do not care about hurting the feelings of the Chicago Bears. Amon-Ra St. Brown scores another touchdown, 52-21, 9 receptions, 115 for Amon-Ra, 3 receiving touchdowns. Really happy to have him on my squad right now.
Yeah, I wanted him as well. Did not end up getting him. Becca said, I was barely out of bed at 10 a.m. Game started noon for me. Hey, I don't blame you. It's a Sunday. I don't blame you.
It's weird though, Becca. It's like I'm in pajama pants right now. We're talking about it this morning. I love to just have some breakfast, some coffee, and watch my games in the morning. I can understand barely getting out of bed, but at the same time, I like waking up at 9:30 a.m. That's still sleeping in, right? Get a little breakfast set up, and then boom, 10 a.m. Games are starting, ready to go.
Yes, you get that going. Ashley said, shout out to the chat, shout out to the streamers. See you next week for another showdown. Thank you, Ashley. We appreciate it. This game, the Rams gonna ice this one here. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Kyren gets another nice seam. Picks up another first down to around the 14. And there is a flag down here. Let's see. Could be a horse collar tackle. That would be nice. Maybe get Kyren into the end zone here. McVay's loving it.
Nate Landman looked like he was telling the crowd to hype it up a little bit. They hear the Rams fans out there, it sounds like.
Yes, they do. The Rams and Titans did play in a Super Bowl. That is the Super Bowl the Rams won in St. Louis. So a lot of history with these two teams as well.
That is true. Don't forget about that big-time play that never was. Reaching over, trying to get to the goal line. Held up. What are we looking at with this flag right here?
Yes, let's see what this penalty is going to be.
Personal foul. Defense. Horse collar on that Kyren Williams tackle. Kyren Williams, by the way, another great run.
Yes, 1st and goal as well here for the Rams.
Well, I thought they could just sit on the football. It looks like they are actually going to try to score this one here at the 2-minute warning or right before it. Becca says, me too, Sunday is a day we get to stay in our PJs. Becca says, I do miss living on the West Coast time, though. Ooh, Becca, so you're out here on the West Coast. I wonder where. Go Dodger Blue. There you go, Becca. See you there saying that. Yes. And then Rubio says, thanks, guys. Dodgers. See y'all next Sunday morning. Got to go to my Dodgers chat. Appreciate you, Rubio, for tuning in. Go check out the Dodgers. Hopefully beat up on the San Francisco Giants as they did last game. Hopefully no Tanner Scott.
No. Hopefully no Patrick Bailey
miscues.
All of a sudden hitting a grand slam. On Friday night, I don't know if you saw that. That's how the Dodgers lost on Friday by a Patrick Bailey walk-off grand slam. Not ideal.
Manuel says, I like how accountable Coach McVay is when he takes the blame for things. Right now, he's talking to the refs, telling them, my bad. Talking with the refs here, so they're explaining some stuff here going on before the 2-minute warning rolls around. Still 1st and goal. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go with the clock stopped. So Rams going to have to maybe run a play or two.
Kyren still moving on 1st and goal. Still moving. Going to be stopped at around the 1. Becca said born and raised in LA. Awesome. Got a question for everyone in the chat here. Favorite LA music artist? Rubio says I'm anti-Scott and Yates. Yeah, Yates has not looked good. Michael Kopech, finally back from injury, looks awesome. He's been awesome as a Dodger. I
I've
can't wait to see.
loved. I'm the type of fan, and I'm not saying that you have to be this guy Rubio, but I'm the type of fan that I sit and I watch Tanner Scott and I'm like, please, let's give him an ovation. Let's root for him. Let's root for Conforto. Let's root for Yates. I want these guys to succeed because yes,
I don't know if
they're
I
not.
can root for Conforto.
Yes, they're not playing well, but you need these guys to play well at the end of the day, and that's why I'm rooting for them.
Well, now that the Dodgers are fully healthy, I don't know if Michael Conforto should be on the playoff roster, and I'm being serious about that.
17 mil a year, he's going to be on that roster.
I know, but the offense is not. He hit a home run last night, I saw, but the offense has not been.
No, I mean,
has not been great.
If I'm Dave Roberts, I'm throwing. I know this isn't a Dodgers chat, but if I'm Dave Roberts, I know not all you guys are Dodgers fans. Real quick, I'm throwing out Mookie Betts back in the right field, Teo back in left field, Conforto on the bench. Let's let Edmund play shortstop. Let's let Hai-Sung Kim play there as well in the infield, and let's win a championship. Let's go back to back. Come on.
The Pajas in center.
Yeah, I mean he's locked in there.
Okay, good. Yeah. Betts back in right. You can have Kim play second now that he's healthy. Edmund at short. You can have Edmund and Kike kind of rotate because we know playoff Kike is always a lot better than regular season Kike.
Miguel Rojas has been playing well enough to where you might have to mix him in there as well. But
yeah. You got someone said East E. I'm assuming you mean Easy E. That's a good answer for Easy E.
Easy is a great LA artist name. By the way, my dad, just speaking on that, my dad's a huge Ice Cube guy, and so I kind of impart him Ice Cube as well. One of the greatest of all time.
Mr. Criminal? I don't know. Mr. Criminal?
You got to put his on dress. Maybe it's him. Maybe Andres is Mr. Criminal. He's just trying to put his on to his
I don't know. Rubio says System of a Down. Is System of a Down from LA?
Interesting. That's an interesting call out if that's true.
Actually, it said Mike Jones. Is Mike Jones LA? And I've just been wrong on that?
I like how you asked the question and didn't know how many artists are actually from LA. It's System of a Down.
I know Mike Jones.
System of a Down was formed in Los Angeles in 1994, and then Mike Jones.
I'm looking at Mike Jones right now.
From Los Angeles.
He's from Houston. All
right. There you go. Maybe they just had favorite
Mike
artists.
Jones is not a bad answer. Favorite artist. I mean, Mike Jones has some good music, but favorite LA artist, Josh, who do you have?
Ooh, favorite LA artist. It's so tough. Like I said, I gotta give a shout out to the OGs. We're talking about like Tupac, and you're talking about Ice Cube and NWA, Eazy-E. Like growing up, that was obviously great stuff. But now, at this moment in time, I'm actually a Drake fan, but I've always loved Kendrick. I think Kendrick's probably easily up there as well. Even though their beef happened, and I'm a Drake fan myself, I've always been a Kendrick fan too. I think they're a big three there with J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake and.
That's fair. I mean, Kendrick is my favorite LA artist of all time, for sure. I'm going to throw out an underrated one.
Okay.
Underrated. I hope you know who this is. Vince Staples.
Yeah, no, I love Vince Staples. Are you kidding me? He's so funny, by the way.
Underrated. If you have not listened to Vince Staples, please do it. 3rd and goal. The Rams are going to kneel here, though, after Kyren got a 4-yard loss there.
Great rapper.
That said, that's an impossible task. I'm assuming she means naming your favorite LA artist.
Yeah, it is an impossible task.
Chili Peppers as well as up there if you want to go something non-rap.
But going back to I think overall there's so many great LA artists. It really is a tough thing.
Tyler the Creator right now as well. Been on a great run these last eight years. Josh McCarty is on for the field goal. Might as well.
Yeah, just ice this game out, completed there. As you're announcing that, Craig says, I knew a Titans fan that tried telling me from when the Rams-Titans Super Bowl that the Titans got cheated in the Super Bowl when we never did. Yeah, no, he's just mad.
No. Hey, I mean, I understand why he's mad. It's a valid reason. Nobody said Snoop from Steez. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Snoop, outside of Doggy Style, the albums aren't up there with the rest. I mean, I would take Vince Staples over Snoop over Vince Staples if we're doing all time. But Manuel said he never heard of my music, but I'm a Christian artist and go by the name of Manuel Miguel. But when I did hip R&B. I went by the name of Magic Mike Z. Well, that's a name right there.
We're
Magic Mike
gonna
Z.
we're gonna have to look that up at some point. Maybe not on the stream. We'll look it up personally and we'll
No,
check
no,
it
no. We'll
out.
look it up off stream. Are
Manuel,
you on Spotify? Is
yeah, let
Magic
us
Mike
know.
Z on Spotify?
Drop a link. Drop a link to a YouTube. Just don't scam me and give me some kind of crazy link. But
No, no.
don't
Please drop a
don't
link.
Rick roll me either. Don't Rick roll me either.
No,
Drop a
no.
link though. We
Don't.
want to see.
Yeah, we'd love to listen to your music. No one's saying Snoop. Yeah, that's fair. Snoop is definitely a fair one. I'm trying to think of some other. I mean,
I think
technically, for those of you who did not know, technically Ray Shremmerd were born in Anaheim. If you want to go with Ray Shremmerd as
There you go.
well, they claim Atlanta, but they literally are from Anaheim. They were born there. But
is Tool from LA. I'm not 100% sure. Manuel, just send us a YouTube link. It's cool. Wherever you got your music, SoundCloud, whatever, we'll check it out. But going back to Snoop, I think the reason, Steez, that Snoop hasn't been said is because Snoop's a beast, but because he's been making music for a little bit too long, if you will. Let's be honest. I don't think
Yeah.
that many people are playing Snoop Dogg's 2024 music, which I'm sure he has some songs dropped.
I think he dropped an album.
That's probably why. Is that as he's gotten older, he still continues to make music, and it's not as good as it used to be. But OG Snoop is a legend, and
Yes.
even Snoop's always a legend, no matter what. Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Steez, yes, shout out to you
Great
for
one.
Nipsey
R.I.P.
Hussle as
Nipsey
well.
Hussle.
Mhm.
Also, YG is up there too. If you want to talk about that era,
We can do this all day.
Yeah.
The Rams finally
Rams
kneel it
fan
all out.
YG, by the way. Rams
kneel-
fan YG.
Yeah, there you go. The Rams kneel and end the game 19-33. Everyone who was waiting for that score update, we were just waiting for those last couple minutes to kind of go. You know how the last 2 minutes can be when your team's winning like that. So the Rams finished 33-19, end up kneeling the game out. Improved to 2-0, and who would have thought? We're here with a great start for the Rams. Played the Houston Texans. It was going to be a battle. Wasn't the prettiest of games. They win that game. We wanted the offense to pick it up this week. What did they do? Second half, waited to the second half, but they picked it up in the second half, 33-19. Josh, what are your thoughts about this game as we wrap this up?
Yeah, solid. Second half was an A+ half. First half was about a C. You need the second half to come through if you want to beat the Eagles. Looking at Matthew Stafford's final stats, 23 for 33, 298 yards, 2 points short of in my league getting a 3-point bonus for 300 yards. And Jordan Love was 8 yards short, so I almost got 6 bonus points there. But that's besides the point. Completion percentage of 69.7, pretty good. 2 touchdowns and a pick, not bad whatsoever. Kyren Williams ended up getting 17 carries for 66 yards. He ended up getting that average up to 3.9, which is good. Blake Corum on 5 carries, 44 yards, 8.8 yards per carry. Receptions, Devontae Adams led the team. 6 catches, 106 yards, and a tutty. Puka Nacua, 8 for 91. Jordan Whittington got some catches there at the end, 2 for 42. Tyler Higbee, 4 for 37. Nice to see him get more involved. Tutu Atwell with 0 catches. So definitely interesting. That's $10 million there. Obviously, Byron Young with the forced fumble. Landman with the recovery. Cam Kitchens led the team in tackles with 10. Nate Landman with 8. Obviously, all good things there. And for the Titans, Cam Ward didn't look awful today. The first half was great for him, but the second half, not so great whatsoever. Tony Pollard, obviously 20 carries, 92 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. Calvin Ridley led the team in receiving yards, 3 catches, 57 yards. Io Minor as well, 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a tutty. So definitely he's a guy to potentially look out for in fantasy as well. And obviously Cody Barton with the interception as well. McCreary didn't have a great game, but overall the Rams in that second half were awesome. Someone else said great victory for the Rams. And Jason Jackson said we're leading the AFC South. Yeah, we pretty much are actually at this point, early on in the season. And on my screen now, we have the Jaguars-Bengals game finishing up here. But for this Rams team, nice second half, solid way to end the game, great way to go into facing the Eagles. He wanted to have this game be not really a close win. The third and fourth quarters were awesome. Obviously, that for those first 2 quarters were not great. So we definitely want to see how this Rams team looks, because it's going to be necessary for them to play like they did this half against the Eagles for all 4 quarters.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, like you routed off everything with the Rams. Overall, a great game. I'm a little distracted here as I was getting some tweets and some texts and stuff. Looks like the Cowboys were about to win that game 34-30 versus the Giants, all for the Giants to come back and score a last-second game-on-the-line touchdown to Malik Neighbors, 37-34 with 25 seconds left in that football game.
Oh, wow.
Cowboys may end up losing that game. But overall, yeah, I think the Rams, you routed off the stats. We like to see Blake Corum involved a lot more. You like to see them scoring in the second half. You want to see that second half offense, especially. I'm not sure if you guys can see my dog. I had to hold her because she's barking. But overall, I think the Rams, that second half, overall, was what you want to see from the team. You want to see them pick it up. You want to see them continue to score like that. You're not going to expect over 30 every single week. That's not necessarily what we're asking for. We're asking for is consistency. We're asking for targeting a Devontae Adams. You're asking for a mix of Blake Corum. I mean, you saw a perfect example. They mixed in Blake Corum a little bit. All of a sudden, Kyren Williams comes back, and he starts looking like he's playing pretty well again. So that's what you want to see, the change of pace, the mixing things up, so that way all of your guys are just getting that opportunity to kind of show that they deserve to get those snaps. We're going through some of the comments here. Craig says, not a fan of rap, like a lot of older music from the 70s, but like a few groups that are part of this era, like Morning Jacket, My Morning Jacket, Kings of Leon, and Lord Huron. He, Too Reckless, says Verse could have 3 sacks. Those play actions really got him. Yeah, and that's why you have to kind of not really be too freaked out about the stats for Jared Verse. Give credit to Byron Young for being able to make those sacks happen. But Jared Verse's job is to be disruptive, to go after the quarterback, to put that pressure on him. And then if someone else gets a sack because of it, that's still Jared Verse being his impressive self overall. Jason Jackson says, I think we're tied for the first in our division. 2-0. I mean, hey, it's still early. You got to keep winning. Just keep winning. That's all that matters.
I believe the Rams are in first because the Seahawks lost to the Niners. Oh, no, we are tied because the Niners beat the Saints as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. That San Francisco team looks like they're kind of back to their successful selves, not necessarily how they played last year. So it's going to be a battle for sure in the NFC West with San Fran especially. I'm not too concerned about Arizona. I'm not too concerned about Seattle, but San Fran is going to be right there. Look at them beating a team with their backup quarterback. You got to keep an eye on them.
Yes, a couple of weeks away from Thursday Night Football. We got Rams, Niners in a couple of weeks for the first matchup of the season between them. So that should be an interesting and fun game as well. So heading into next week, we have to see how the Eagles look against the Chiefs here in around 10-15 minutes. That game is going to kick off. That should be an awesome game this week. The Eagles looked kind of just okay against the Cowboys. They didn't look amazing, so we'll see how they look today against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl rematch today. But for the Rams, what they need to do against the Eagles, stop the run. Saquon has been a menace every time they've played Saquon in the Eagles uniform. He's run on them. The Rams are the only team to give the Eagles a fight at all in the postseason. So definitely something to look out for to see if they can do something there in this game as well. In Philly, no snow this time. It's September game, so we'll see how the weather plays into it as well.
But if I'm not mistaken, right, that game, from what I remember, Saquon still played pretty well. I think he still actually had quite a few yards, if not quite a bit of yards, right? So I think that's definitely the issue with the Rams. They're not stopping the run still. I mean, yes, you added Puka Nacua. I expect him to be a little bit better than he has been so far. Just more of a difference maker in that run game, but he hasn't necessarily, and that's kind of a concern for the Rams. Still trying to bottle up other teams' run games. Tony Pollard today, 20 carries for 92 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. It's solid. And so that's definitely what the Rams need to work on. Last week, it didn't really affect them, right? They didn't really feel the effects of a guy like Nick Chubb going for 60 yards. But overall, that offense went for over 100 yards. And so that's where the Rams need to focus in on versus Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? All they do is run. Hey, the quarterback doesn't even throw the football. All they do is run. So even he runs. So I think your cornerback's got to hold up against a couple pretty good receivers. And then I just got an update as well. Sorry that I'm getting all these updates from that Cowboys game, but apparently a 64-yard kick from Brandon Aubrey might have just tied the game. I got to just double check. But 64.
It's Brandon Aubrey. I'm not surprised. Brandon Aubrey is one of the best kickers.
64 yards to tie the game. The Cowboys had about 30 seconds to do something, and gave their kicker a 64-yard attempt, and apparently he might have made that kick. We'll see. We'll wait and see on the official update. Maybe he's attempting.
Yeah, we will wait and see on that. And yeah, for the Rams too, the offense is going to need to be on point. You know, the Eagles defense, they bring pressure. That's what they're good at. They're good at bringing pressure. The Rams lost that game at the last second because they didn't block Jalen Carter. Wow. Tyrod Taylor outpassed Justin Fields in 1 quarter. That is sorry, but wow. That's not a good sign if you're a Justin Fields, despite a great week 1. But definitely something the Rams need to look out for is that defensive pressure against the Eagles, the O-line. Steve Avila being back, I think, will be huge. Hopefully he can be back for that game because you need to be fully healthy heading into it. Akella Witherspoon's going to be needed because he was great in the playoffs last year. We'll see how A.J. Brown looks this week because last week he only had 1 catch. The 1.8 fantasy points is what everyone was talking about. Did not have a great game whatsoever. So going to be interesting to see how he looks this week, see how he'll be a part of the game plan so that the Rams can look and game plan for that as well. And no Dallas Goedert this week for the Eagles as well, heading into this game against the Chiefs. So we'll see how that injury impacts that game planning as well as next week goes on.
Brennan Aubrey did make a 64-yard kick to tie the game. That game is headed to overtime.
Oh, wow. Russell Wilson saved his job for at least another few weeks. There in New York / New Jersey.
Oh, no, he's starting. He moonshot touchdown to neighbors.
No, I know. But after this week, if he was bad, there were all these rumors that he was going to be like... No, now he's going to be starting for at least the next few weeks.
Jackson Dart definitely has some waiting to do for sure after a game like that. But overall, not to keep talking about that game, it's just on and it's going crazy right now. We're looking at some other scores here on Paramount Plus. They're showing some stuff. So, but overall, back to the Rams. No Dallas Goedert this week. So that tight end, we'll see if he's back healthy next week. The Rams are playing a good team. I mean, this is now, you played Houston. They're okay, pretty good. You have some issues in Houston. They're a young team as well, so you win that game. Now you're going against Tennessee. Young, not too good. You're the better team. You kind of started out slow-ish, but overall you end up finishing the game strong. Now you're going up against Philly. There is no room for error. There's no room for mistakes. There's no room for not putting points up on the board. Philadelphia is going to score. They're going to be tough to slow down. And let's face it right now. Let's talk about it before it even starts. You're not going to stop the run. You're probably not going to stop Saquon under 50 yards in this game. If you do, you better win it, right? You better win the game if that's what ends up happening. But the Rams, they are going to have to expect Saquon to get his. You're going to have to expect Hurts to get a few yards here and there. You're going to have to expect those things, but plan to slow down those. Give a little QB spy in there, right? We don't want to see. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts running all over the field on you. I don't want to see Devontae Smith and all these guys going off against these corners that are a little banged up right now. I don't know if you hear a car kind of making some weird noises outside my window. I'll close my window in a second. But, I don't want to see those things from the Rams. It's going to happen here and there, but I think the Rams need to prepare for those things. And if they can slow the run down, if they can keep these receivers in check, if you can bottle up Jalen Hurts and don't let him run outside of the tackles, that's your recipe for success. The problem is, I expect Saquon to run. I expect Jalen Hurts to get out of the tackles. I expect A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith to get open down the field. And so what can the Rams do in response? Score. And I think you have to score against the Eagles.
It is true. We'll see if they even throw the ball because A.J. Brown did not really have a game. Devontae Smith had like 3 catches as well. So we'll see if they really throw the ball at all still this week because last week they didn't really do that at all. So if they keep not throwing, maybe they're waiting for the Rams game to start throwing. We'll see how they look against the Chiefs. But real quick, who do you got? Eagles-Chiefs. It's a big game.
Eagles-Chiefs is going to be a crazy one. I think the Chiefs got embarrassed on national, worldwide television, right? And we were talking about the Super Bowl last year. They got just, there's so many sad things you can say about what happened to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They benched their starters in the Super Bowl. So if you're the Chiefs, you got to come out hungry. You got to come out ready to attack for multiple reasons. One, prove to yourself that you can beat this team that just beat you and embarrassed you on national television last year. Two, you just started the season 0-1 versus Los Angeles Chargers. There's a lot of questions about your team, a lot of questions about Mahomes, the offense, the weapons, the running game. A whole bunch of question marks around the Chiefs right now. They need to improve. Prove to everybody and prove to themselves they can beat a team like Philly, but also just prove to themselves that they're not going to be this team that's on the end of their dynasty, that they still have some talent and success there. So I think Kansas City's going to come out ready to punch packing a punch for Philadelphia. I think it's going to be a hard-fought, tight game. I don't see any way that Mahomes starts the season 0-2. I think he's going to figure out a way to start this year off 1-1 versus Philly. I got the Chiefs in that game.
I got the Eagles. The Chiefs don't have their top 2 receivers. And they did not look great against the Chargers at all. They honestly looked kind of bad. And I see the Eagles coming in, seeing that they're very much the better team overall, and I see them winning this game. I don't think the Chiefs have a real shot to me to start these first 6 games 2-4 because they won't have their top 2 receivers. And really, outside of Hollywood Brown, there's not really like Juju's fine. Kelsey's older. If this was 5 years ago, Kelsey, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. They don't have 2 receivers, but it's not Kelsey from 5 years ago. It's current, not in prime Travis Kelsey. So definitely an interesting route here for the Chiefs. I do have the Eagles.
No, yeah, and I think that's a smarter pick to make. I'm making this pick off of just kind of what I expect the Chiefs to kind of come out and really fight in this game. But overall, I also just don't like the Eagles, right? So that is also probably why I'm kind of rooting against the Eagles, and I'm making my pick for the Chiefs. I can really hardcore root for the Chiefs during that game.
Craig says, I think we might see the downfall of the Chiefs now. I think it's a downfall in the sense of they're no longer for sure the favorites, but I don't think we're seeing a downfall. Even if they start off 0-2, I'm not counting them out of making the Super Bowl. I'm not, but I don't see a world where they cruise to the Super Bowl this year. I would not have them in the Super Bowl as of right now.
No, definitely. That's not my pick, right? If we're really talking about what the best teams in each conference are, I said it earlier today, the Bills absolutely demolished the New York Jets. 30-10 was that final score, it looks like. And so we were talking about the Bills. I think that's a team that's probably the favorite to come out the AFC. If they do face the Chiefs in the playoffs, though, I mean, that's kind of been the Grim Reaper, if you will. Mahomes has kind of been the guy to cut Josh Allen's amazing play short year after year. You would hate to see that happen again, but that would have to be the hill for the Bills to climb in order to get back to the promised land. And then you're talking about the NFC. Philadelphia Eagles are still up there in conversation. Like you said, though, they didn't look too good versus the Dallas Cowboys. And so when you're talking about them not being as good as they were last year, possibly, well, let's kind of see what another team can do. And I think the Green Bay Packers have been absolutely dominant. There's a reason why you go and you trade for a player like Micah Parsons. There's a reason why you don't care that you're giving up 2 first-round picks and a Pro Bowl talent in Kenny Clark. You want to win, and you want to win now. The Green Bay Packers, are they ready to win now? I don't know. Those receivers are still young and growing, and we have to see what Matthew Golden can do still with Jordan Love. But overall, Jordan Love is in a position where he's a franchise quarterback. He's confident and secure in that, and he's got a lot of receiver options. Are they all good and consistent? Not really, but he's got a lot of options for sure. And so that's kind of the situation I see. I got Green Bay and Buffalo if you're talking about a Super Bowl. Two Super Bowl teams, but the Chiefs.
Yeah, those are definitely the 2 favorites for now.
They're on the downfall for sure. The Chiefs are.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
All right. So moving into what's going on next week, you talk about the Eagles. How do you feel the Rams are going to kind of? Are they going to show up? Or what's your prediction, kind of generally speaking, early prediction, way too early prediction for that matchup versus the Eagles? What are you calling? What are you expecting? How are you expecting that game to go?
I'm expecting it to be a close game. I think it's going to be a very close game. It's going to be a close fight. I think both defenses are going to come ready. I see it being a low-scoring game. I can see this being a 24-21 game, 20-17. Type of game. I think both quarterbacks, the Rams need to get the run game involved against the Eagles. That's what they're going to have to do because the Eagles are going to bring pressure. The run game is going to open up the pass game. If they can't get the run game going like in the first half today, if they're playing like that, they're not going to win. They have to play like they did in the second half if they want a chance.
I agree with you there. I think I'm expecting something kind of similar. The Rams got to score, like you said. The Rams got to put the ball in the end zone. Yeah. They got to run the football a little bit better. They have to just kind of be more consistent again on offense. I think this week, for example, you got Devontae involved. Now, can we continue to get Puka? Now, they did throughout the game. They ended up going back and forth with Puka and Devontae. Can you keep that kind of balance? Can you continue to get the tight ends involved? Can we see a mix of maybe Terrence Ferguson at some point down the line? That's definitely the key there. But the mix that I really focused on offense this week was Kyren Williams, Blake Corum, kind of seeing them bounce off one another, especially in the second half. Keep that going. That is what I want to see here from the Rams on offense. And if you can run the football, if you can continue to get your receivers involved versus Philadelphia, if you can score, you're going to be in that football game. Your defense will go after Jalen Hurts. The problem is our defensive line right now is very go get the quarterback, like just blowing by the offensive line. And sometimes a guy like Hurts, all of a sudden he sees a little bit of green grass, he's gone. And that is where I think you need the Nate Landmans, you need the Omar Spates of the world to be ready, QB spies, to be ready to handle Jalen Hurts and his running ability, slow it down as much as you possibly can. And that's where I'm hoping to see. I think the Rams have a chance to win this game, but it's going to be tough. I mean, I know we're Rams fans here. We're going to say that we're the favorites, but let's be honest. That's the defending Super Bowl champs. They're probably going to be the favorite on a lot of different networks and media outlets, so expect to see that throughout the week. And hope the Rams can do what they got to do to win that football game. Becca says Travis Kelce is going to retire after this season. I think so, for sure. He's looking slow this year, for sure. Craig says besides the Rams, Buffalo is my second favorite team to root for. The reason why I also root for the Bills as well is because my grandmother was a Bills fan when she was alive. Wow. Shout out to you, Craig, for that story. Definitely appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, for example, like my dad's a Raider fan. I'm always going to kind of hope they do okay. I'm always going to kind of hope they do okay because I feel bad that my dad doesn't even watch the games anymore because of how bad they've been. But he's watching this year a little bit now with Geno Smith and company. Becca says, I didn't know how to take that dude. Good looking out mods. Oh, because someone was was commenting a bunch of craziness. But yeah, overall, that's kind of where I'm sitting at with that next week's matchup.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to add to this? I know we're both probably excited to hop off here and watch some afternoon football games. Are you got anything else to add? Anyone in the comments want to give us any questions real quick before we hop on out of here in the next couple minutes or so? I would say about 4 minutes, maybe 35. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah, before we leave, make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And let us know what you guys want to see here as well. As we're going to have a meeting this week, likely discussing how we can get these live streams a little more even better for you guys. We got over 2,000 views on this one today, which is pretty cool to see, but we want to make sure we improve every single week. So let us know if you guys have any suggestions, things you want to see. Maybe you go to other live streams you want to see more. We definitely want to get the scoreboard on the screen. That's definitely number one, at least, for sure. Becca says,
two favorite teams, the Rams and whoever's playing the Cowgirls. Like that. Like that. And
that's funny. I like that.
Speaking of the Cowboys, Dak just got sacked. That is the game right now that is showing on Fox in overtime. 4:40 left.
It was a wild game, right? Going pretty far.
Yeah.
Going pretty far into OT there. Pretty wild game on both ends. 37-37. Something I want to kind of keep an eye on, but I'm not able to watch, I don't think, on here. They're showing it on your CBS or you're watching on...
No, I turned to Fox because I thought the Chiefs game started, but I don't think they have yet, or they're just not showing it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're probably staying tuned in to that big game right there. 37-37
Yeah,
OT.
the Chiefs game did start, but I guess they're just not going to show it right now.
I mean, it's a wild game, it seems like, in Dallas.
Yeah.
You got any lunch plans before we hop off here?
No,
You said you had a good breakfast.
I had a small breakfast. I literally just had cereal and a banana. Like, that was it.
I'll get you
because I didn't have. Yeah, it gets you through. Yeah, it does get you through. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for lunch. Probably. I'm feeling some nachos though. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
It's football Sunday. Today, went to the gym yesterday, so I can be a little unhealthy today.
There you go. I like that mentality. Well, if we don't have any more people in the comments ready to ask us any questions, we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in throughout the whole live stream. Again, excited to continue to grow this channel, but also grow the live stream and make it more entertaining for you all. Appreciate all of you guys who stay tuned in throughout the game. Let us know things you guys want to add. Anything else you want to add on here, Josh, before we head out?
Well, what are your lunch plans? You asked me. You got to say yours.
I don't have plans, but I'm hungry. That's all I know. I know I'm hungry. It's like I'm seeing red here. I think I got some leftover Costco pizza. Probably might just do that. Just easy access. I still got the pajama pants on, so I can't go out there.
Yeah, might as well.
I can't go out there lunchtime grabbing food in my pajama pants. But yeah, maybe some leftover Costco pizza. Call it a lunch.
All right.
That's my purest, most honest answer I could have gave you too. I could have said something cool.
Yeah, that's all good. Costco pizza's decent. Decent. So.
Sometimes you gotta just tell the truth, you know.
That is true. Most times you have to tell the truth.
All right. Oh, it sounds like one huge update here. We're talking about the Rams. ESPN just released Kilo Witherspoon suffered a broken clavicle against the Titans.
Ooh.
So that is not ideal. I'll click on the article, see if I get some details on how long he may be out. But for those who are still here tuned in, Akila Witherspoon, breaking news, has broken his clavicle. I'm assuming will obviously be out for some time.
Yeah, that's at least a few weeks.
Let's see. Broken.
You know, the main thing is you hope he's back for December and January. That's the goal.
We're talking about NFL recovery time here. Let's see. Some notable players who suffered a broken clavicle. 6 to 8 weeks required time. So at least.
December. Okay.
So we're talking about come playoff time. So we talk about those cornerbacks stepping up like they did today. I think they did a pretty good job. But overall, they need to continue to step up for quite a bit of time now. You're talking about Darius Williams, talking about Kobe Durant, and Emmanuel Forbes. They got to step up these next few weeks if Akila Witherspoon's going to be out for that long.
They do. And this could be the time for the Rams to trade for a corner because now you are actually down a corner. Or maybe you sign a corner. I mean, Stephon Gilmore is still out there, I believe. I don't think he's on a team.
That might be a video for us this week, talking about some cornerbacks the Rams need to look into now that you're losing Akila Witherspoon for a few weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if Stephon Gilmore makes his way onto one of our videos as well, because that's definitely a big name for sure to look out for.
Yes, and he's someone who can stay on the team too for the whole season. I think he's a guy who can give you some nice veteran play. Let me just make sure he's not on a team. I believe he's not. But
I think I agree with you. He might be a free agent, but if he's not, we still have some other free agents available. Let's see, free agent cornerbacks. Let's see here, 2025 cornerback free agents.
Oh, free agent.
Mr. Stephon Gilmore is still out there. We'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Paulson Adebo? No, he's in the Giants, right? Let's see.
I don't know. Stephon Gilmore is a free agent. That would be the main guy that I would think to go after.
Well, we'll keep an eye on some guys for sure. Stephon Gilmore would be a huge addition to this team, but we'll wait and see on that if that is the case. I wouldn't anticipate him being like a starter or anything, but definitely a guy who you can mix in next to the guys you have in the room right now. We'll wait and see on that, but not the greatest news to hear about the broken clavicle from.
No, definitely not.
All right. Other than that, you want to wrap it up, Josh, and we'll continue this throughout the week?
Yeah. Nathan A. Manning does say Stephon Gilmore, the former Patriot. No, all pass. I know he made the big play in the Super Bowl, breaking up the pass to Brandon Cooks. I know, but
Nathan,
listen.
Give me a name.
Give you NFL snaps.
Give me a name with Akila Witherspoon out for 6 to 8 weeks potentially.
Yes, yeah. Give us some me a name. Then. Yeah, give us some good names.
And we'll definitely hear you out. But right now, the Rams need to look into potentially bringing in another cornerback with Akila Witherspoon being out.
Yes.
All right. Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, guys, for tuning in to the live stream week 2 of the NFL season. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys, again, have any suggestions or anything, you can add comments throughout our YouTube videos throughout the week. But we always appreciate all of you guys who who commented along throughout the entire live stream. Appreciate all of you guys for even just stopping by for just a little. So next week, even if you don't got too much time, just stop by for a little bit, say what's up in the chat. We'd really appreciate that. Nathan A says,
Yes.
No, anyone but a former Patriot, please. Shout out to you, Nathan. Appreciate you. But yes, overall, thank you guys again for tuning in to Week 2's matchup. Stay tuned for next week as we'll go live versus the Philadelphia Eagles and see that big-time matchup for the Los Angeles Rams, see how they hold up against these Super Bowl champs.
Yes, huge matchup. Thank you all for watching. Becca, great stuff today. See you all next week. Thank you, Becca. We appreciate it. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for our daily Rams Digest videos. We're going to have post-game. We're going to have Witherspoon updates. Maybe the Rams sign a corner. We got game previews as the week goes on, heading into the Eagles game. So make sure to subscribe and like the stream so you don't miss out on any of those videos.
All right, other than that, that's going to do it for us on this live stream. We're out. All right.